Okay, oh my god, we're here, we're live on the internet, the music is so loud. There we go, there's a little bit of music and us. It's all happening at the same time. If you guys could hear the transitions that I record to get us to stop talking and turn the stream on, it's very fun. It's a very fun moment every Tuesday. How is everyone? How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got this cold that's lingering. I need it to go away.
I know.
I was just telling Philly before, it's just reaching on 2 weeks. So it'd be nice if it could.
No.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks is too long. 2 weeks is too long. I got very sick last year this time, and it was the same kind of deal. It stayed with me for 2.5 weeks, all hung up in my chest. I was kind of freaking out about it, but it's just such a bad feeling, especially as it's getting cold and crappy out. Taylor, we're getting straight drowned out with rain. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but
up here it's been the same. It's just damp and miserable, and normally not hard rain, but when you have a dog and you gotta walk your dog, you're oh, it's just wet enough to be annoying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yes.
It's actually cold.
Chilly.
Yeah.
Quite chilly.
Yeah, I've been in firewood mode, and I'm oh no, I'm gonna have all week next week, and then I'm oh no, it's gonna pour and be 45 degrees. I guess not. But I feel you too, Grace. Every morning I go out with Hannah, and I'm oh my god, it is so cold and miserable and wet. I'm
I will say though, it is very pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The leaves are changing. I went to I went to Walden Pond.
Yeah.
This weekend. Henry
David
Thoreau.
Yep.
I did not write a poem. I watched 2 children climb up on the pillars that marked where his hut used to be. So that was interesting. But it was beautiful. The colors are great. I think there's I went up with an old professor of mine, and we both are convinced that there's a conspiracy because the colors are way prettier in Massachusetts than they are here.
Oh, wow. Really?
They're much more vibrant. I don't know what it is. There's something going on. Apparently it has to do with the sugar in the leaves.
It does. It has to do with the temperature drop, right? Last year we got a better frost earlier in the fall, and so you get the glucose snap as the plant's trying to save all the leaves, and
what are
really,
you talking about?
It really articulates.
Snap?
Yeah, it really articulates the.
This feels like a game from Grace's summer camp.
Glucose. We do play that at diabetes camp. I think. Yeah, that's the camp I run. We play. We play glucose.
That's how you get the kids to take your insulin every day. You're okay, kids, time for the
glucose snap.
Glucose snap.
Yeah, test their blood sugar. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, but wait, Rich, you're like really not making this. I don't know anything about nature. I'm not a druid. I wear metal armor, but like, what?
I'm
what-
like getting stuff wrong, but like the
Controversy.
initial like cold snap, like the plants panic, they go into shock, and so they like super sugar, right? They like send an incredible amount of sugar out to the leaves to try to like save them after the cold. So you want like a good nasty like frost that then like warms back up the next day early in the fall to like get the peak leaves, and then it's got to stay like dry and no wind, right?
So I didn't know that like trees, like losing as someone living with diabetes, like your liver does, like when you're like, you have fight or flight or whatever, when you're like stressed, there's your body like sending you sugar and your blood sugar spikes. And for people with diabetes, it's an issue because your body doesn't know what to do with it. I didn't know trees did the same thing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really wild. There's like this awesome like mushroom documentary on Netflix that I recommend to everybody.
What is happening? I'm having the weirdest day ever, and I think this is not the bad. I am like, you could just. Am I lucid dreaming? Is this what's happening?
It's just great, Troy.
I mean,
Just
I'm not
like-
judging. I get down deep rabbit holes. I spent 30 minutes
we know,
learning the rules of a game that's basically tackle tag. That's like very popular in South Asia, but like still. Wow. Okay.
Mushrooms are
documentary,
incredible.
please.
Go check
Actually,
out the
Troy,
mushroom.
we before you came on, we have like we were gonna play a game where see how many weird terms we could put it. So yeah, a glucose snap,
Yeah.
mushroom documentary. It was one.
Like, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
What's
I
We
honestly-
did a Mad Lib.
I
before you
honestly
got here.
believe, Troy, that dragonflies are just dead relatives flying over ponds.
Oh, you're activating your idols to get me out of this game? Okay, I see how it is. Look, all right. I thought I was safe. I was one of the regulars. I thought I was safe, but you know.
No.
The recreational rabbit
Our
holes.
alliance is fragile, Troy.
It's so. Aren't we all? You were telling me about your Mycona documentary. Please.
Fantastic fungi. It's on Netflix. Go check
Yes.
it out. The mycelium bind us. They flow through us and bind us together. Like really, mushrooms may in fact be like analogous for the Force. And that's what I learned from this documentary. It's very interesting. Plants are really sophisticated organisms, and we totally overlook them. Yep.
Well,
That's fun.
trees, like the way that trees communicate with each other through like the sharing of nitrogen in the soil and all the like, there's some really cool stuff about like how trees like cohabitate and aren't competing for each other in the forest, but they're like coexisting to like make sure that everybody gets the amount of sunlight that they need. Like,
Exactly. This is like part of what they were diving into in this documentary, Melissa. It's like how the mycelium in the like actual soil between the root systems of these individual trees act as almost like nerves, like nerve endings, right? They're almost like neurotransceivers between the actual independent systems that are happening with all the trees to help them like manage chemical levels and like, oh, the soil, bad stuff's happening over here, you guys over there, you got to make a bunch of acorns, you know what I mean? Like, it's wild. There's some real like
Hashtag
mirrored
fruit
brain
fruit.
function stuff happening, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
This all feels very like anthropomorphic, like you're adding agency to these mushrooms.
Well, listen, those documentary makers had an agenda, and they may have got me good. So when
I guess when your main
get
character
Taylor, Rich,
is
and I together on a
fungus,
podcast is we're
yeah.
going to talk about like plants and
Oh my
fruit and
God.
stuff.
Hey, we have a talking plant on the Dragonfly.
We do.
Indeed
and
we
it
do.
And it
needs
thirsts for
blood,
blood.
and bones.
Oh, that's true. Did the fungus tell it that? Is it really under the curse of
Dude,
Zuctmoy?
that's
We-
what I'm saying. We need to like really talk to it and figure out like what are the specific nutrients that it needs because
Wild, there's no Rich.
Oh,
We
no,
can do
it
anything we want.
His cable, it's broken.
Oh, okay. We're okay? But Rich is very tiny.
The fungus attacked my headphones. The
They really
fungus
did?
attacked my
Or
headphones.
were they just
My-
the
You were
trees
sharing
from
their
our
secret.
PvP?
Yeah.
The
My-
little mushroom guys?
You
the
say
whole
her
system.
name,
Little
for
mushroom
Zuctmoy,
guy.
she just reaches through the tendrils of the internet.
I'm just
Demon
waiting for
Lord
everything to restabilize. Of course it won't. I'm gonna have to fix it manually, but I can. So fear
I
not.
like that in that whole thing you had time to write panic in the chat.
Yeah.
First, let me express my panic, and then I will do
Panic.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just trying to make sure that I maintain the connectivity with the audience out there. You know what I mean? I want them to know
So
that
good.
like I care, I'm paying attention. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, hey, thank you, Bugbear, for resubscribing. That is awesome. All right, let me do a little bit of this. Let me give it one of these. I totally like crushed the whole Skype call.
It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
What else do we have to discuss? What can I say? We learned yesterday that I am a big pink Starburst fan. Taylor,
Oh,
Pink.
yeah.
Also pink.
also Team Pink,
Yes.
right? Do you all have very strong preferences about Starburst, Grace and Melissa?
Was like,
no, not really.
no.
There's definitely, you know what? There's definitely
Come
ones
on.
that I like less, but I'd have to like have a pack of Starbursts in front of me to know
Yeah,
which
if
ones
you
they
had
are.
a pack, if you had the orange, the
There's like a
red,
red one,
the
right?
pink,
Yeah,
not
yellow.
orange.
The cherry.
Not orange.
Austin
Yeah.
Austin is holding down the cherry.
Yes.
Right.
We eventually found that at least 4 of us, unfortunately, Taylor, I took your spot.
Yellow?
That's fine.
Is there yellow?
I'll just be.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's lemon.
There
I
is
like
a yellow
lemon.
and an orange.
You're a
Yes.
lemon.
Think-
Okay, we got a yellow. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. But if you find a
Yes.
friend, that's the thing. If you find 3 friends who their favorite Starburst is the other one, then you just
You have the
you each buy
ultimate
a
setup.
pack and
Wait, you
split
can't
Yeah.
it
just
out.
like eat all the Starburst yourself and enjoy all of them to varying degrees?
Highly varying.
Yeah.
Like you asked me,
Highly
like,
varying. Oh,
is
wow.
there yellow? And I would say like yes in the trash can.
No, I
See,
No,
think
but now
I
we
would
can
just
be
eat
friends.
all
I'll
the
pick them out of the trash.
And then
Exactly.
You give them
No.
to people. You just toss them to other people. Just
Um,
put
it's
them-
like the olive
Would
theory.
you
for
like this
Starburst,
almost trash candy?
yeah,
t-
here, have all this stuff I
totally-
don't like.
Totally
One of my
like
favorite candies in the world is Tootsie Rolls. So I think that I think most people would disagree that those are good candy, but I love them.
Yeah, you
I
can
love
have all
Tootsie
of
Rolls.
those.
I love
Yeah,
Tootsie Rolls.
I'll eat
I
like Tootsie
like
Rolls by
them.
the bag.
I can
I-
see it happening.
I
Yeah,
like Tootsie Rolls.
it's fine.
But that's your out of all of the candy. Tootsie
Like, I'm
No.
not sure I've had a
No.
Tootsie Roll more than like one time.
What? Not even Tootsie Roll Pops? What?
No, those are
Do
those
you
like,
not know what Tootsie Roll Pops are?
What?
don't know if
Dude,
we
my
have-
mind is
we
fucking
have them?
commercial.
how many licks does it take to get to a
The
Tootsie? in
The
center of
commercial's
the
got
video?
the
Tootsie
turtle
Pop.
and the owl. It's so Dragonfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I know the owl. We definitely got the commercials. I just don't know if we have them.
There's
You
also
might
the
be
really
a slight
gross, like
inspiration
basically
for Fred.
Starburst style Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
those,
yeah.
those
Tootsie Rolls.
abominations.
Those are like
that you can-
cursed.
But so,
Those are
Grace, that's
cursed
what I wanted to know.
candy.
Do you eat the vanilla Tootsie Rolls? Because I love
I'll eat
those
them.
garbage
I'll eat the
things.
vanilla for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different
They're-
color Tootsie Rolls? No.
Tootsie
no.
Rolls, bear with me here, but they're like the parallel of like Tootsie Roll to chocolate as Yoo-hoo to chocolate milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like
Oh, and
it's
the like
so-
strawberry Yoo-hoo is an abomination. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of, but I love that stuff, dude. Like I totally would I will gladly drink Yoo-hoos. Not a lot, but like if you put one in
don't know
front
what
of me.
You know,
Yoo-hoos are
this
either.
is not the first
I
time
think
I've heard
I
you
don't
say
think we had
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo. Like I think I know them mostly from like media that I have watched more than I would. I think that they were
I
like
love-
available in Canada.
I
Yeah.
love a Charles.
We had the like tricks.
Yes.
Well, you all have Yoo-hoo in a bag, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, bag Yoo-hoo.
bag you.
I just have to speak up for Josh Lieber representing love
Yeah.
of the multicolored Tootsie Rolls. Like, okay, at least there's somebody's got their packs. Yeah. I love a Tootsie Roll. What I wanted to know, though, really my question at the heart
Wait,
of all
red and
this
green
was,
Tootsie Rolls are a thing? What?
yeah,
Yeah, but they're like
Oh yeah.
not that good.
they are. They're
See,
like,
I'm anti anything that's like artificial cherry flavored.
Speaking of which, I'm currently enjoying a red cream soda that is probably going to dye my teeth red. So apologies if you have to look at that on the
This is
internet.
my favorite part of every episode when Troy comes on and explains something about him that he just like needs the audience to know.
I got a bag of Doritos
You,
and
you know what
Something
I
very
found out
good.
today?
look,
About
you
Doritos
know.
is that Disney created Doritos.
Wait,
What?
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 Yeah, but they were like made
No,
in like
now the
yes.
idol active. That's
I do
what's
know.
like, that
I
is
do know
not
this
true.
actually.
That cannot be true.
No,
Yeah.
it is. It's like a
I
restaurant,
mean,
like a Mexican
Disney's
restaurant
all-powerful,
at,
right?
at Disneyland had the
Yes.
Doritos. So like, yeah,
At Disney.
Casa de Fritos.
God,
Yeah.
they really do own all the good things.
Everything.
It's
Yeah, for real.
incredible.
It's so
They
depressing.
probably own
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls too, Grace. I can't even
What are
get
these
over it.
red Tootsie? I've never seen a red Tootsie Roll. What flavor?
They're
is it?
like
Just
they're like
cherry?
these little like I don't know. They normally come in like a variety pack, like the
Well,
same
yeah,
as like
I've seen
Starburst
like
a bit.
I've seen a few of them, but I don't
Like
know
the
if I've ever
green and there's a pink and there is a red one, I think.
Maybe it's just because I ignore them. If they exist in
Bugbear
front
with
of me.
important survival information out here. Doritos are actually excellent fire starters.
Can
It's
I
like,
can I share? So the very first
Please.
time I went over like backpack hiking, camping, my girlfriend and I brought tampons as our fire starter because they make excellent fire starter. And it was like
Yeah.
I don't know, it was very like we are women here as roars. We're like survivalists
Yes.
camping in the backwoods, like burning our tampons to start
Oh my
fire.
gosh.
Very funny.
You know,
it's great.
every time I think of camping, all I can think about is my dad being very into Survivor. And I don't even, you might have been there, Rich. I don't remember. Taking a shoelace and doing the like, tie it around a stick and like twist it a whole bunch. And he did that
The bow drill.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, he like had it. He was like, I got this. And then, ended up changing the subject and moving us away from said area where he was doing that, so us as children would not recognize the shame of him not being able to start that fight.
Yeah, you guys were like very feisty to go camping with. We used to go camping with you all the time. We would like stash you way on the other side of like the Fern Gully. We would
Yeah.
hike up to that crazy lean-to. It's a really nice spot.
lean-
Gosh,
Yeah.
the chat is lit tonight.
I
Yeah.
know, everybody's
Oh,
fired
okay.
up.
Indy, not
Every-
gonna happen.
no,
Everybody
We
say
just-
hi to my mom. My mom is here.
Don't burn
Oh,
dog
she's
hair.
here.
Hey,
Mom.
Taylor's mom.
Hi,
Hey.
Mom.
Doritos, like little pieces of gold given to us by Walt Disney.
Rich,
Yep.
the treehouse.
What about it?
Oh yeah.
We were having a whole conversation
Taylor
about the
was defending the
treehouse.
treehouse.
I
About
was
my
defending it.
treehouse?
'Cause everybody was like, "It's dangerous." Like,
Okay,
it's
Jess
so
Sterling was saying.
Just
it.
the
Yeah,
idea of a
Jess
treehouse?
Sterling's
Jess.
job. Yeah,
No,
so
Rich's specific tree.
I have a
Oh.
400 square foot treehouse, Grace, that we built on like 4 separate trees. It's 2 stories. It's got Anderson windows, sliding glass doors, nice like French
Amazing.
door on the back. There's a deck. There's a big outdoor fireplace, barbecue. Yeah, we never got the running water set up, but hey, first time on the Twitch stream. Welcome. Hello
Hey.
there, Sticks.
I
Welcome.
like to talk to the person who said, oh, let's have a play pretend house. Oh, how shall we make it more child friendly? Let's put it 50 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
You want to
that-
talk to that
I was in
person?
it.
He's
It was very
right in the middle of our stream, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, which way? Which way? No, do I
Yeah.
look this way? No, wrong way. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. I probably have it backwards.
Oh yeah, Taylor informed us that a porcupine lives in it right now.
Yeah, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
a porcupine?
Yeah, a family of porcupines live
Yes,
there.
see,
Oh.
exactly. It is being
So it's kid friendly for the
It is-
baby
yes.
porcupine.
There's, the baby porcupines love it.
Listen, if he had somewhere else to live, he'd be a rich chupine.
Wow. I mean, he does live with Rich, so he's trying to move on
Oh,
up.
Grace, you got to save that joke for Friday.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Oh, true. That's very
I know
true.
porcupines and hedgehogs are close
Yeah,
enough.
so.
They're pretty close. They're pretty close. There's some relationships right there.
I did just look this up to confirm, but did you know that a congregation of porcupines is called a prickle?
I did know
I-
that, and it's adorable.
Absolutely love that so much.
Oh, hey, Azriel, welcome. Thanks. Is my sound
'cause
clear? My
I-
viewer goals aren't updating. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Rich, run your streams.
Run
I was
the
saying,
stream.
I was trying to figure out what a group of Zorbos was called, and so I was looking up like animal group names, and they're all so lovely. Like a
Yeah.
parliament of owls is just the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
See,
business
these are the
of
things that I want
ferrets.
to remember
Yeah.
all the time that live
Yeah.
in my brain, but
I
that
loved
aren't
my
at the
business
forefront.
of ferrets.
Yeah, there's lots of cute ones.
The ferrets.
Well, thank you for the sub sticks. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that my goals are not updating correctly. I will mess with them. I could sit here and talk about this all night. I still don't have the answer to my real question. This is the question I wanted to ask from 15 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, did we derail the conversation?
Just a tad bit.
Did we?
I told him I'm going to be no use as a spellcaster tonight.
I said, don't worry about it. We'll talk about the wand offs for an hour and a half. Let me get things back on track. So, do the colors you pick for Starburst, are those the same for Skittles, or different priority?
Oh, so getting things back on track.
Well, see, Skittles don't have
the
pink.
D&D. I get it.
Let me ask you a question before I answer your question, Rich. Do you have notions of actually playing D&D tonight?
Yeah.
Because once you get started,
About Skittles.
I have been to 5 stores in Louisville, Kentucky, looking for the updated package of Skittles with the lime green Skittles in there. Apparently, starting in the beginning of October, Skittles is now releasing, going back to the original green flavor.
Yeah, thank you, because they put apple
Balsam
in there
green
for
apple.
the green. How dare they? How
Get it
dare
outta here.
they, dude?
Get it out of here.
Half the joy of eating a bag of Skittles is getting the yellow and the green ones isolated from the rest so that you could have lemon lime Skittle fistfuls. That's
But
half
stop
the
it now.
joy of
See,
the experience.
I feel like as a kid I had a favorite Skittle, but as an adult I literally will go in and get one of each color and then eat that.
I love that. No, the
Yeah.
Olympic ring strategy on Skittles is totally valid.
Yeah.
It's just like when you add green apple in there, it overtakes everything.
Taste the rainbow. That's what you're supposed to do. Right?
Now,
So all of them at
here's
once.
a question for Grace and only Grace. Did you eat your Smarties in colored order?
Yeah, obviously I had a
Yes,
sense.
obviously, right? Yeah, you eat the brown ones first because they're
Yeah,
obviously
they're the
worst.
worst.
Even though,
Yeah.
by the way,
They don't have any.
Smartie tastes the exact same. They're all
Also,
just
for
color.
you all, Smarties.
I love
not,
Smarties.
They're not. No, they're not. We're not talking about
They're
the
not
same
your
thing,
rockets.
though.
They're chocolate covered cake.
Yeah. Ours are
Yours are
rockets.
what your Smarties are what we call rockets, and then we have
Yeah.
another candy which are just not plastic. Let's be terrible.
Candy coated chocolate.
I can't
Yeah.
even.
And they all taste the same, but they come in various colors. But you
let's
have to
be
eat
honest.
them. You eat all the brown.
It's off-brand M&Ms. It's Canadian M&Ms.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
Whoa.
I mean,
They're
it
better.
sounds
And
like
I'm rolling
somebody
initiative
in
who
this
doesn't know who
conversation.
they are or who
Peanut-
they are.
Peanut M&Ms are better than Smarties, but
Yeah.
Smarties are better than regular
I
M&Ms.
would agree.
Oh,
Peanut M&Ms are gross.
Whoa.
I hate peanut M&Ms.
Taylor.
I don't.
Canadian
like them.
Canadian chocolate is also
Peanuts
just
are
better than
peanuts.
American chocolate.
It's true.
so-
It's because our dairy is better.
Yeah.
See, I think peanut is the worst
Troy
nut. And it's
have an
not even a
aneurysm.
nut. It's a legume, right? Or whatever.
A peanut is a
I-
legume.
I don't even know which
Peanut,
one of us is
worst
making you
nut.
make that face.
Yeah, I don't know
Peanut is
either.
the worst nut.
You ever seen the
Can't
thing
think
where
that's
it's like
just Taylor.
someone is wrong on the internet and I can't sleep until I've spoken my piece? I'm surrounded by that.
Is it our take that Canadian chocolate is better? Is that what's
No, actually, I will objectively
I'll
agree
believe
that like
that.
Hershey's based, like Hershey ruined the chocolate market for the U.S. And like when we can bring in like Cadbury
Oh,
or other
God,
things
no
from Canada, totally excellent. I just think that M&Ms, I don't know. I'm drinking red cream soda and eating Doritos. So like clearly my palate is not sophisticated enough to like be the voice of reason here.
raisins? Voice of raisins.
Which are gross and can go in the bin right now.
Heard it through the grapevine.
Oh my goodness.
I think my friends sometimes hate me because like if you just say something slightly wrong and I think it's funny, I'm gonna jump on it so fast.
I know. I had to stop myself from. Rich said neurotransistors or something earlier, and I was like, it's fine. It's a perfectly reasonable thing for him to say. It doesn't matter. It's not funny to anybody else.
But
the voice of
a
raisin.
real word? That's a real word.
And then just in my head, I immediately go to like Troy is like a lobbyist for like raisins. You know, it's exactly where my head goes.
Now, I've come here many times and I've talked to you about the importance of dried grapes. You have chosen on many occasions not to support our legislation. And let me just tell you, Well, that makes me wrinklier than a California raisin.
I'm gonna see him turn the hat around with the dancing raisin on the
Also,
front.
tell me why I hated raisins as a child, but
I
will
hate
go
them
out
now.
and buy them as an adult.
Because you have bad taste now.
Yeah.
Raisins
I
are
do.
terrible.
I
Yeah,
have one
raisins are
handful, and I'm like, I'm
terrible.
good for the next 2 years.
Raisins, especially sneaky raisins, are the
Yeah,
worst, right? Like
raisins
raisins
ruin
that you think are chocolate
friendships.
chips, or that like
trail
appear
mix.
in cinnamon rolls, or
What?
It
and
is.
like I can't.
Who would put raisins in cinnamon rolls?
People, terrible, terrible
That's like
people.
D&D in weeks.
We're never
Also-
gonna play D&D again.
It is a bet that when you an unexpected raisin, no
Oh
good.
my
No.
god,
Yeah.
the raisin cookie that you think is the chocolate chip cookie?
Yes.
Exactly. Raisins
Criminal.
are evil, and they do it to
Criminal.
you on purpose. It's
Yeah.
because they know they're
Yeah.
trying to mess
They
with
are
you.
definitely
My
trying
friend
to trick you.
looked me in the eye the
Yeah.
other day and said, "Your favorite cookie is cinnamon raisin, right?" I said, "Is there something wrong with you? I've known you for 2 years, and you think my favorite cookie has anything to do with raisins?"
Or like
No.
people that eat
Look at her
cinnamon
face, she's
raisin
so mad.
bagels or bread. Like
I love
no.
cinnamon raisin bagels.
Taylor, I thought we were on the
The
same side.
cinnamon is good. Like, what are
Those
you
are the only
doing
ones
with
The
I
this
like.
alliance is
thing?
weakened.
A cinnamon raisin bagel with plain
The
cream
Druid
cheese.
Alliance is fracturing. No.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
Circle-
a bagel.
Circle
fanatic.
of raisins versus the circle of grapes. Is that where
Anyway,
So we get
Wow.
together on we get
What are we doing
together-
here tonight?
Yeah, we get together on Tuesday nights to play
Yeah.
D&D in space with candy.
we are in space
with snacks
with snacks.
and
I
opinions.
just can't stop thinking about the druid circle of raisins.
I was talking to Melissa. I was talking to Melissa about what my next big D&D arc should be.
It's true. We were talking about druids and D&D earlier today. You now introduce the circle of raisins.
The circle of raisins.
Oh.
Wizards
Coming
of the
to a
Coast.
Clarendar near you.
Here I go.
Okay, that was a deep
I'm sorry,
breath.
Reginald.
Okay.
That was a deep breath. So we're gonna play D&D
Okay.
in
Okay.
space.
We'll try.
In space.
Okay.
We'll try. We sure will try. We're like a bunch of professionals. You guys are all on a spaceship with snacks, no raisins. Don't worry, everybody's
Thank
safe. Yeah. Do we have any questions? Do we remember how to do this? Yeah.
I'm still down hit points and spell slots. That's right?
Mhm.
You all
Yeah.
boarded a ship,
Yeah, there's been no long rest. You should be down some
Right.
hit
But
points
but
and
you
some
weren't
spells.
here. We
but I was here
Yeah,
2
but
weeks
we
ago
we
when
were
I
down Steph
took
when
out
they
a-
fought us.
an elemental.
Right.
almost
We
single-handedly.
were. Yes,
Just
that's
reminded me
right.
that happened.
Doc just yep.
So, to recap, where last we left our heroes, the lot of you having found yourself in the community known as Bridge, a small, strange community sheltered within the interior of an asteroid, in the midst of the Decidium Spiral, an asteroid field formed by a planet ripping itself apart on the far edge of space. You spent days there. You worked with the leadership. You traveled beyond the plains. You gathered the sap of a strange and rare chronolily. You were aged by ghosts. You killed all manner of strange enemies. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. They're trolling me.
Woo! Here we go.
Oh
Oh gosh.
So,
This is good. Okay. It's good soup.
it's good soup. Get it in. Get it in early. And so,
All right, keep going, Rich. Please, please. Decidium Spiral. Yes.
Serious things are happening.
after
Lives are at stake.
exactly.
Civilizations are being torn apart.
Oh my gosh.
After days spent with the community of Bridge, you guys caught word that a ship had entered the asteroid field, searching for you specifically for the individual known as Yana, a person whom you freed just recently from the collection of living beings at a space way station just 10 days away from the spiral where you're hiding. And so you mounted onto the Dragonfly. You took to the stars in hopes of leading your pursuers away from the community of Bridge. You all were attacked. They sent fire elemental, air elemental after your ship, at which point the four of you racing to the deck managed to fight it off, Doc near single-handedly striking it down alongside the rest of you. Moments afterwards, their ship closed with yours. Doc, you dove down into the helm of the ship to take the wheel as Jake was having trouble piloting the evasive maneuvers through the asteroid field. Yana racing to the top deck. The four of you managed to fight off the crew of this much larger vessel as it closed in on top of you. The rover with the dwarven woman at the helm, a series of automatons moving about the deck, animated suits of armor, a ballista traveling around on its own set of wheels, firing bolts into the hull of the Dragonfly, along with the spellcaster and some type of brazen warrior. The lot of them all like battling with you. The deck of this other ship was boarded. You managed to kill off most of the crew that was on the deck. You destroyed the constructs. You took prisoner the captain and the spellcaster who were harrying you. And this mercenary with his gigantic axe surrendered to the lot of you. And so we left off with the four of you on the deck of this ship, or scattered throughout its interior, I should say. Some of you below deck, where you discovered a series of sort of animal pens that appeared to be closed in with kind of force cages. Some, like half of them filled with mephits, these tiny imp-like elemental demons, effectively. I believe Lux was interrogating this man named Cade, who had surrendered to you after finally giving up his weapons. Rhea was kind of like scouring throughout the cabins in the ship, and the professor and Yana were kind of roughly like checking out what was in the cargo bay. So I think as we pick back up tonight, we open to the sight of the Dragonfly with this much larger ship, the Rover, side by side. I think we see the form of the tiny frog person, Sharp Jumper, clinging to the side of the Dragonfly, trying to kind of like wrench this harpoon out of the body of the ship itself. Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me, how do we want to regroup?
I mean, I think Lux probably, like, in the midst of her talking to Cade,
Mm-hmm.
right? Was that his name?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She just, like, you know, because they were bickering. Interrogating was a nice word. But she's like, shh, hang on a second. Hang on. She runs up to the top deck. Doc! Doc!
Like that Lux is loud enough that space, like the
Oh,
vacuum of space, is not a problem.
Yeah, no.
No one can hear you scream in space. Does not apply to
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the Doc is like highly tuned to Lux's voice. Comes running over.
Yeah.
How's she looking? There's a few holes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was like not ideal, but
Yeah.
Oh,
she'll
that
live.
sucks.
Or not,
Yeah,
she's a
she'll be
ship,
fine.
but she'll be
Yes,
fine.
she
Get her
will.
out.
Yes, she will. So, here, come on, follow me. Looks like brings her down. This guy is Cade,
Okay.
and this is Cade's axe, and she holds up
Right.
an axe.
Right. We love it.
So I think Doc,
And this-
yeah, you see this like big human man. He's like a bit over 6 feet tall, broad shoulders. He's got this kind of like fur cloak, and like kind of like a chainmail underneath it. Like, Lux is holding this like big axe, and he's sort of standing there with his arms across his chest, like leaning across the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. And this, and she holds up, or no, she points because she gave it back to Cade. And he has a sending stone that can get us in touch with Occam. And I think that we should trick him into coming here.
Is the big guy gonna do that?
Yeah, yeah, explain it. What are you're okay turning against this guy?
And so
right?
I think it's like we see Lux like asking the big guy that. Let me just take assessment of where the rest of our gang is here. Professor, where are you at?
I think the professor is about halfway between that conversation and Yana, and trying desperately not to say anything about him thinking that Doc was referring to him as the big guy.
Oh.
No, I think he's checking with Yana and making sure that they're okay. And this description of mephits or elemental creatures is a little concerning to him. So I think he's probably going to inch over in that direction and get a scope on how much, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So I think that Yana's like kind of like showing you, here's my bad Yana voice, like, yeah, well, it looks like a bit of a problem. This is a really bad impression of my voice, but I need more material to get it right.
That's quite all right.
Better.
You've been through. We've been through a rather challenging combat. What are these?
They kind of remind me of these ice methods we had to fight once when I was a long time ago.
Ice methods. Goodness. Are they dangerous?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Others? We have potentially a problem.
Meanwhile, Rhea, where are you at?
First of all, shout out to Piano Man in the
Yes,
chat
thank
for
you.
gifting the
Thank
sub.
you, Pia, for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Thank all you guys for the subs out there today. And thank you, Anonymous Donor, for anonymously donating.
Rhea would be, I think, has tied up Morris and I think put him in one of the rooms. And would be searching all of those rooms upstairs. And then maybe would shout down to make sure that Captain whatever her name is also gets tied up so she doesn't get up.
Yeah, the captain's tied up. I mean, you see Lux like come through the ship as you're kind of like probably like going into one of the rooms and then come back with Doc. And so yeah, like I guess Reggie, you could probably hear most of this conversation. Rhea, you're upstairs like digging through the rooms. But yeah, like Cade, I think like looking back at you, Doc, when you're like, oh, you do this. I think Cade is just like, look, I tried to tell your friends, it's just a job, right? I haven't had a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances to make my choices where I get to end up in my life. So I ended up here. The truth of the matter is, I just wanted to take the ship and get the hell out of here. I told that person we were looking for, Yana or whatever, I would help them take care of the crew if you just let me take the ship and leave. I've got people that could crew this thing, make a life for themselves.
And we're just supposed to take your word for this, I guess?
I mean, I gave your friend my axe. I didn't cut anybody. Right? I mean, he like looks at you.
Like you could...
I left the fight. I left.
Yeah.
He actually was beating up the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't help but overhear. You turned when the battle turned.
I did fly over to that one and was like, hey, help me kill these people, and I'll just take the ship and leave.
Yeah. I will say there was a moment where decisions were made.
You mean when I tried to leave and your friend here stabbed me?
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Well, you can't blame them for that. They experienced a quite traumatic experience, and we don't always make our best decisions in the heat of combat.
Look, I get it. we're hunting them across frickin' reaches of space, man.
Yeah.
That sucks. There.
Yes, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. I think like Reginald turns to the other and says, "Whatever you all think best. I don't know that we have the means to do anything with this ship ourselves."
I mean, yeah, maybe not now, but
I just want to make sure we're not going to like let this guy go, take all their crew and ship and everything, and then like, wham bam, time goes by, and oh no, we're being attacked again by the ship that we.
yeah, that would be really dumb because we beat you one time, right? Like, have you learned your lesson?
Yeah.
Okay, great, good. So,
Okay.
I guess my initial thought is that we're probably going to want to maybe take a nap. Or, longer something. But get Occam here and kick his little booty. And then we go our separate ways. I don't know if I fully trust you, sir, but I mean...
I'm nobody, sir, and I don't need your
You're-
trust. So we just
Okay.
need to make a deal.
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do after you take this ship and leave? If that happens.
I'm gonna go try and get the rest of my people if I can find them.
Who are your people?
Couple back at the Aether Station. They'll be hard, but I should be able to get them off ground. We do some others.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think you're wise not to trust him completely. I do not trust him farther than I could throw him, which is reasonably far, but not
I
that
was
far.
gonna say you're pretty big.
I do have a
Strong.
bit of, yes, for my arcane abilities, I'm quite extraordinary in that way.
We might
if
be
you think
able
about it.
to go further than you think. I mean, it's space. There's a lot less resistance than you might be accustomed to.
It does
Is that
not
a
matter.
metaphor, or is that a real? Are we just talking real physics?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I meant it literally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I'll
might
put
work.
my position quite plainly on the table. I do not trust you. I have no reason to trust you. Turning this ship over to you would simply be arming you for whatever it is you do in the world. Not least of which, by the way, there are elemental creatures down the hall. And,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
unless we do something with them, they would be at his beck and call.
No. I mean, I can't do anything with those things. They're like little wild animals or something. I figured if we left them for long enough, maybe they'd starve or I don't. I think he's just like, I'm not sure, but that's not my
I think he's
department.
peeking at Lux through his fingers.
I think he's like, I really was just. Look, her crew, they're like a bunch of sycophants, all right? I don't know. They've all been working together for years. I'm not part of this whole operation. Occam sent me to make sure that they had some extra muscle. And Morris. And that guy, he's fucking sick in the head. And I think that we're gonna like the scene like shifts from here to like the cabin as we see Rhea is kind of like digging through some stuff. There was like the captain's cabin up in the front of the ship, and then there's the two other sort of side cabins. And you've got like more as like hold on, let me do one of these tied up. is you're going into like one of these side rooms, kind of like digging around, and in the desk there is very definitively like a locked drawer. The second drawer down is kind of like locked. You didn't find anything like really fancy. I think you'd made an investigation check last time and not come up with anything like immediately off the jump, but you do find this locked drawer at his desk.
Can I get the bad man to come unlock it?
Sure.
I'll try. I can try and strength it open. I guess I'll try and just pull it open.
No,
I don't have any like lock picking tools, so I can just try and rip it open.
Yeah.
Do you need someone with proficiency in those types of tools?
Yeah, I do.
I'm an artificer. I have proficiency in all the tools.
Right.
It's true. Doc can do pretty much everything.
Doc, could you open this? I yelled at. Could you open a thing, Doc? It's locked.
Yeah, I think I like look at locks and like make sure they're like everybody's good down here, and then I'll run up and do it.
Okay, so yeah,
if I roll like a dex check.
Yeah, go for it. Dex plus your thieves' tools. It's like this little tiny like locked drawer, right? The middle drawer on the desk. 16.
Oh, I cast guidance. Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Roll guidance.
Great.
Guidance 18.
18.
Even nicer. I think it's like you're casting, you hear the prayer from behind from Rhea, like hey Clancy, guide your fingers, you know, click click click, the tumblers like slide, the drawer like gives, and yeah, the pair of you manage to pull it open. And there are a couple of things inside. There's like a leather fold. There is like a long kind of rectangular box that's closed over sideways. And yeah, and underneath that, there's a whole bunch of like various little like vials and bottles and like a case with a bunch of quills in it. So it's a bunch of like inks and quills that look really fancy that I think like probably between the pair of you could like recognize like the expensive kind of stuff that like wizards would use for like scrolls or like spells in their spell books, stuff like that.
Well, these would be
don't
great
know
for
anyone who'd use that.
pamphlets.
Yeah, there we go.
That's great. I'll take those.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd be lovely.
They're gonna be really nice pamphlets. Some would even say they'll look magical, so that's great.
Yeah.
So, Lux, we did all this combat, and all we have to show for it is a small wooden box. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's
a
now
dangerous
two
wooden
rectangular box. No, two boxes, right?
Yeah.
Doc, have you seen the box that the Cade said it was dangerous? He was shaking it around.
What? Yeah, he was shaking
Dangerous.
it.
Yeah.
Dangerous and shaking.
Cade had that
God,
little
you
box.
two,
Yeah.
Could you two maybe? Well, Cade, what is it?
So he's like downstairs, I think, with the
Right,
professor. I don't know, unless you guys want to like all group up. He's like downstairs with Lux and the professor, while you're upstairs with like Doc, I think, in the other room now.
Okay, can I look at the leather fold?
Yeah. You open the leather fold. Inside of it, there are a bunch of charts that are like charting out the system. They're actually like more sophisticated, but like similar to the maps that you got from Ben. And they're like marking the Decidium Spiral, the planet of Lun, like the other places that you've been to. They actually have a little bit more coverage. Then there is actually in the back, there are two separate like sheets of paper that are like a very different kind of parchment than all the rest of this stuff. And I think that you see that both of them have like this almost kind of glittering, reflective kind of ink drawn on them. It's clear that they're spell scrolls. But ultimately, they are in fact a scroll of legend lore and a scroll of contact other plane.
These will be great for making new parchment. New paper.
The back of these will make
the
it
front-
excellent.
right on
Yeah.
the back of the pamphlet. Yeah.
Let's put the bag. This will be great. And the rectangle box.
Yeah, as you open the rectangle box, inside of it is a long ivory wand that has these kind of obsidian rings across the length of it.
This is pointless. You can't make a pamphlet. Just kidding. And the vials. Oh no, it has.
Yes.
Wand?
Yeah, you can cast Identify. It's just going to take you like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yay! 10 minutes.
I just had this flash of imagery in my mind of Rhea making pamphlets, and Reggie walks in, and it's like the scene from National Treasure where the dad's like,
Oh my gosh.
Ruined all the extensive stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
the vials.
he's just eating a turkey sandwich. He's like, "What you got there?"
The vials are all ink. Is that right? Or are there other vials?
Nope, it's all like inks. It's a bunch of inks for like
Got it.
spell scrolls, magical inks for like scribing spells or spell scrolls, and a bunch of like good quills and paper and all that kind of stuff. The wand, as you break it out and identify it, Doc, it's a wand of magic missiles.
Oh, fun.
Cool.
That.
Okay. That's like basically like out of those 3 rooms. That's what I find.
So that's what you find in like the one chamber. There are, of course, there's like a bunch of like clothes, sundry items. You're finding all like these basic goods, right? I think that you find a couple of books that appear to be just like straight, like kind of like literature, reading materials, right? There's like a bunch of clothes, and I think that there is a footlocker in the one of them on the left that's got in it. Where am I at?
Sharpjumper was looking for clothes.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah.
I think that between like these 2 cabins back here, actually, you come up with like 475 gold pieces
Whoa.
worth of coin
Sweet.
between the
Sweet.
rooms. And then there's like a really good chest in the captain's room that Doc would have to take a second to try to pick, but we're going to cut back downstairs again, I think, while you guys are going through all of this. So, yeah,
Got it.
we're back downstairs. I think that, like, Yana comes by and is like, I'm going to go back and just check on the others quickly and make sure that they're all right and that little sharp jumper there's got the chain unhooked.
Ooh, yeah, that's smart. Good idea.
Okay.
And so Cade is just like standing here looking over the pair of you, and I think that he's just like, look, I get that you don't trust me. I don't expect you to trust me. Well, what am I going to tell you? I came here with a crew of people hunting you, hunting your friend.
Yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, we understand that. We do understand that you came here to hunt our friend.
Yeah.
I should say, one does not have to trust in order to work with.
my point
And-
exactly.
Lux, you seem to have implied some sort of plan.
Yes.
Please
Well-
elucidate, elaborate all of the 8s.
Yeah. All of those things. So I was thinking we have our very conscious and clearly able to speak friend here. I used the word friend loosely if that wasn't clear. I don't know, so we'll probably hash it out a little bit later. But you tell Occam that something has gone wrong, Captain, something's happened to the captain, I don't know. And Occam comes in and is like, what the heck's going on? And then we're there, and we totally beat him up.
We bring him here
Mhm.
and then beat him up.
Yeah.
I see. Please just take a moment. Give me a sense of what could possibly go wrong. What do you believe to be the flaws in your own plan that you've just devised?
Well, he could not come.
Yes, it seems quite likely.
Or we could tell him that maybe they've caught Yana or something. I know we were talking about last time, Doc and I have the ability to, switch up our appearance, so could do something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Clearly, we know that there's still a fire elemental hanging out in the power, situation on this vessel. We've got all the methods.
We do.
So yeah, there's a lot that could go wrong, but I mean, I think we more than proved that we can overcome a lot of things. My main concern right now, though, is what the heck are we going to do with all these people that are just like unconscious right now?
I mean, we could.
I wouldn't. Yes, please go ahead, Cade.
I mean, there are a bunch of actual transport cells on this ship for bringing people back. You could lock them in one of the cages.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, as was I. I believe that keeping them out of play is the least of our worries. I wonder, perhaps, if, well, do we want to bring Occam here, or do we want to go to him? No.
I don't think playing on his home court is good for us.
Mm.
He's got all sorts of goodies.
What is it that you can tell me about his capabilities? I was on the ship in the first encounter.
He is, look, he's a lot. As far as the plan, I'm not the one to usually deal with him directly. If I send him a message and tell him that Morris is sick or, I don't know, meditating or something, I could probably...
Dead. You could just say dead, yes?
Sure. We're going to have to refine the details on that a little bit, but yeah, sure, I can tell him dead. Occam has a lot of tricks. He's with the magic. I'm not sure where or what the difference is, but he's always reading, does a lot of collecting, a lot of books, but he's got trinkets that make his clothes change color or his hair grow, and he's got other ones that I've seen him electrocute people 100 feet from where he stands and fly. And he can get back and forth from here easily enough. He teleports. I don't really know how it works, but I heard Morris talking about a shadow beacon. I don't know if you know anything about anything like that, but he said that I think he points to this thing like right next to the stairs. And you guys see there's like this big kind of like hemispherical, almost like metal kind of filigree over this like crystalline, like shadowy kind of glass underneath it. And he's like, I don't know how a lot of the stuff on here works. I know the basics about the engine, and I know how to steer and land. So he can get back here. He comes and goes from time to time, but...
Yeah.
He uses this to transport, or his own arcane means?
I'm not sure the details, Professor. I don't... But it's got something to do with that. I know Morris... I heard him tell the captain that it was still in good working order. Occam should be able to find us. Something like that.
Lux.
Yeah.
I'm gravely concerned. It appears as though Occam has arcane powers above and beyond our own. And if I have learned anything from my time studying, it is that those capabilities should not be taken lightly.
I would agree. Which is why I think getting him out here, isolated, on a ship.
With his guard down.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Is it possible that you and Doc could imitate the others on this ship, whilst Rhea and I secrete ourselves somewhere aboard the cabin, look for an opportunity? It is a way of saying to hide.
All right,
Yes.
I heard
Yes.
I heard a rumor once that Gift sweat some kind
Please
of
get your mind out
liquid
of the filth.
explosives. I just wasn't sure if that was true.
Yeah, by the way, did we talk about this little dangerous thing that you were shaking around so nonchalantly?
This is really bad, yeah.
Stop it! I told you to stop it. Also, why do you have that? Give it to me.
He's like,
Why do you have the dangerous thing?
God, you're very.
Why do I have the dangerous thing?
very
And she hands
worked
it to the professor.
So I have notes that last week I investigated it and determined that it was some sort of warding receptacle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is it locked? Is it arcanely? Like what's my sense here?
Yeah, so it's actually not locked. You like get the notion from its construction, like it is wrapped in runes and sigils on the outside, which connect themselves in a kind of complete circuit when you close the box. So it's got a little like closing hasp on it to keep it closed, but it's not locked. You could just like pop the hasp and open it, and when you open it, you're gonna like disconnect the runes from one another and break the warding circle. You know what I mean? It's bound in like a protective circle while closed, and once opened, the circle is opened.
And I believe the circle to be magical in a way.
Yeah. The box is like an abjurational magic, right? It's like very much like a protection from evil magic circle type deal.
It will be difficult for me to explain to the two of you how supremely frustrating this is. Because I have been working on some form of spell that would allow me to dispel this for quite some time, but I do not quite have it prepared yet. Oh. Shall we just open it?
I mean, I've really been curious what the hell he has in there all this time, to be honest with you.
What am I saying? We should not. Doc!
Well, I mean,
that one's real important, huh? It's like, I mean, we could just go upstairs. It seems like we're doing a lot of yelling up and down the stairs.
Two minds better, four minds greater. Yes, upstairs we go. And I think he just like looks briefly down the hallway to double check that all of those like cells are locked and closed, and then head upstairs.
Yeah, everything.
should we put this captain in one of the cages while we're down here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Powerful
build.
She was a dwarf.
She was very heavy. She's wearing this really heavy metal armor, you know. So you drag her down the hall. Are you like stripping most of the gear off of her, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So,
Can Ray be doing the same thing with like Morris? Like,
yeah, so Ray,
take anything
you, like,
and then bring him downstairs.
Yeah, you come down the stairs with Morris over your shoulder, and I think that Cade, the soldier, kind of like scrunches up his nose and looks at that guy and is like, that one, he's sick in the head. He's always talking about the beasts from the great beyond, the Ravager that would consume the stars and blot out all the suns. I don't know, man. He's a sick puppy, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'll lock him up.
Yeah, and so I think that you guys bring them down, like, further down, and you go past, like, so both, like, when you go into, the middle kind of cabin down underneath, right? There's like hallway with doors on either end of it, and then like a second hallway on the other side with all these like little cells, and each one of them has this kind of like force shield almost coming down from it. And I think that you find very similarly to Occam's a ring amidst like Captain Westwind's like gear on all of her stuff that has this like sigil on it of these kind of like twin wings with a hammer in the center of it, and you see like a matched sigil on the posts in between each one of the kind of cabins, the cells as they were where all the animals are, and so like you contact the ring and like the like force thing on the exterior like melts away, so you're able to throw the captain and Morris each in one of these and like close them back up. Who's taking the ring?
I would like to make sure. I would like to make sure that we put some form of gag or something that I don't know what they're capable of verbally.
Okay, so you're gonna gag both.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gag both of them up.
I've seen both of them cast spells. Correct?
For sure, yeah.
And probably hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
So you gag both of them up, you tie their hands behind their backs, you toss them into these cells, you like close the force fields. Who's got the ring?
I'll take the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Lux the jailer, as she was known in later
Oh,
years.
dear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Gathered NPCs, whether they wanted to be gathered or not.
What was the captain's name?
Captain Westwind?
Oh, it's such a good name.
Is it?
And
Yeah, I love it.
does Westwind's armor either look magical or distinct in a way that would be useful?
Westwind's armor is if like Doc gets a look at it at all, it's like clearly this like really modified kind of battle armor. It's all sort of custom built. It's got all these kind of like hydraulic systems on it and like crazy sorts of bits of customization. I think that Doc, you get the notion that like Westwind was certainly enhancing it with their own magic. But it's not like any incredible, like noteworthy long-term enchanted armor, if that makes sense.
Got it. It is infused with the arcane.
Yeah, so you lock up the pair of them downstairs. They're still like pretty much unconscious out. Yeah.
Lux and I were discussing with Cade a plan to lure Occam here. I believe it involved our adaptive friends pretending to be the others in the crew, and Rhea and I hiding so as to get the jump.
I can also disguise myself.
Ah,
Right.
well then. Trust me.
A little bit of furball magic.
And I assume Cade will be helping us.
I think
Is there a way to lure him somewhere that isn't so close to bridge? That seems like
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I think he's like, ship flies.
Is it possible that we could pretend that the attack was successful?
Yeah.
That
That's what I
Yana
was thinking.
had been
Yeah.
captured. They're on the way home, but for some reason require Occam's presence.
Well, why don't? We could move the ship and then say the ship got damaged, so it's stuck.
Yeah, that's what you tell him, that in the fight that you all you damaged the Zeri engine. The
Yeah.
shadow tech's all kinds of haywire.
Lure him, tell him he needs to go check it out, and then on his way down there.
Pick up Yana or fix the ship. Yeah.
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 That's not bad.
We discussed this before, but our timeline would require some rest before we engage in any sort of combat. Is it possible we contact Occam now, indicate the success of the capture of Yana, begin returning home, and only after we have rested, then set the trap?
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good plan. We could also say that Westwind and Morris maybe were like poisoned or something. That's why they can't like speak, because they're resting. I don't know. They sort of need to be out of commission for the story to be believable, like Cade would be.
Dominate their minds and control them like puppets, make them talk through the sun.
I'm sorry. I thought you were just complaining that Morris was really messed up.
Yeah, all the more reason if you can dominate his mind and make him...
What you just said is messed up, and if we do the same thing that they do, that makes us no better. Do you understand that?
I would like to remind you, Cade, that there were, 3 crew on this ship? We have 3 people here capable of presenting anyone that we need.
All right, I get it. Look, I'm just trying to be a team player.
We're trying to.
Do we have anything that we could then get them to speak into the Sending Stone?
You kept them both alive down there. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. You don't want to be like them, but that's what they were going to do to your friend, is lock him in that cage downstairs.
Dude, you're trying to convince us that we should make a deal with you? Telling us all the, like, bad stuff that we should be doing is not convincing us.
I'm just trying to say, these people are
should
ruthless.
dominate
These
their
people are
minds.
ruthless. That's all. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I don't really know who you
Sounds like
folks
you're
are.
pretty ruthless, dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's given, yeah.
I didn't grow up in a great space. I had to be ruthless.
None of us did.
Right, I
Maybe
get
like
it.
none
That's
of the
why
rest of us did.
you guys kicked our asses. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just
Yes, we did.
trying to develop.
It was
Power of
rapport.
trust
Quite
and
remarkable.
friendship goes a long way.
My mistake. It's my
We made
mistake.
several
Dog
mistakes
pretends
in the
to, like, barf
combat,
into
to
her
be
hand.
clear. The fact that we
Less
won
of it.
should mean that we were actually overpowering you from the beginning.
Yeah, well, you clearly were. I mean, I made some mistakes. If I would have been helping them, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. I told those idiots to just start with the elementals. I don't know what the hell those Mephits are even doing locked up down there, what we brought them for. Anyway.
It's funny you should mention the elementals, because I believe that could be an important element in our plan.
That's funny.
We could say, perhaps, that the element escaped and attacked Morris and Captain Westwind. And that is the reason why you, Cade, must be contacting Arkham on the stone.
Yeah.
Right? And then it doesn't matter if they're alive or dead. We could make it questionable and suited to whatever is needed. And I don't know. I'm not good at improvising. I just simply say that you should be the one to contact them, as that is the only voice that Arkham would know and, to some degree, trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless the others feel differently.
Well, I will also say that I think we should probably rest first and foremost without contacting Arkham, because he could just come at any time. And I assume pretty heavily that if we have the ability to peer in on people, that he certainly does.
That's a good assumption.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to attract any attention until we want it. Banking on the fact that he's not already seeing what's going on.
Okay, let's take a rest and rotate through watches just to make sure nothing happens downstairs and that he doesn't come.
Well, then we got to keep our eyes on Cade here.
I think you hear the sound of like as like Sharp Jumper comes like walking down the deck of the ship, and he's like, hey,
Hey.
we got the chains out of the ship.
Oh,
Great.
awesome.
We found you clothes.
Yeah, we found
Oh.
clothes.
That's great. Yeah, I love clothes.
Pick them up and like very carefully, like with that.
Yeah. I think he like looks back at the professor and is like, I'm really sorry if I messed up there. I know you had a plan. I was supposed to hug the guy, and I got distracted with the ballista.
Not a problem in the least. No plan survives contact with the enemy, they say. I simply thought you would relish the opportunity for physical contact, however gruesome it could be.
I'll do better next time, I promise.
Also, Sharp Jumper, the professor, gets the impulse to hop on the ballista.
Yeah,
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Let those of us who haven't knocked a crewmate off of the ship with a ballista cast the first stone.
Yeah,
So the saying goes.
I know that one. Yeah.
I make one mistake, and you wonder why I keep a catalog of all future mistakes. And I think he pulls out his notebook and like begins like flipping back through
No.
the previous
No.
pages.
You stop that. You stop that right now. We did great. You made me super speedy last time, and it was amazing.
Yes,
Yeah, that was
until
good.
you were left to do nothing in the middle of the bridge.
It was great. Are you kidding me? I took a little breather on
There
the
were
deck.
multiple moments during that combat where I imperiled our party, and it is not something I'm pleased to
And we still won because of teamwork, baby. Don't even worry about it.
I should have
Teamwork,
drunk a healing
baby.
potion. Then I wouldn't have needed to be healed. I should have used my shield spell rather than my arcane deflection. There are multiple instances in which the fate of our combat was altered.
Lesson learned. Next time, we're all good. You don't need to. Don't listen.
Fortunately, you're the only one that makes mistakes ever, so the rest of us can pick up the slack. She's saying very
Self-defeat.
sarcastically. That is not actually what she did.
Oh, sarcasm. Oh, yes. For what it's worth, we do make quite few mistakes. I apologize. I just that is how I am built. This is how I was raised. If you knew my father, you would understand much more.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about him. What's going on there?
I'm sorry about my father.
Mhm.
I
Like, what
thought
else
we
would
were
we-
about to rest.
Yeah, so tell us a story.
Well, why don't
as
we? Hey, Cade, did you guys
Wait.
keep any food on the ship? By the way, maybe we can have a chat over some snacks.
Yeah. I mean, we've got food downstairs in the mess, sure.
I do have a question for our ship. If we invite Occam here, and then for whatever reason we need to make a getaway, is our ship flyable? A big
Yeah, we
hole in
should-
it.
The Dragonfly
Maybe,
Yeah.
definitely needs some repairs. It should
Yeah.
be like landed somewhere to be fixed. You could put it down on one of the nearby asteroids to like work on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's flyable, but you're not going to be able to like get to like full speed, like kind of like planet traveling speed with it.
So I don't actually have any spell slots that I need to regain. I only have hit points. So could I short rest and use time to like do some fixing instead?
Sure, yeah. You just are gonna have to put the ship down on like one of the asteroids near here or something, you know.
Easy peasy.
But is there an asteroid? Do we see an asteroid that's big enough to park both of these ships?
Sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of like big ones probably. You think there's an asteroid big enough to like land both ships?
Okay, do you know how to fly this thing?
Goddamn right I do.
Well, actually,
Lux, you want to ride this? Do you want to drive this thing?
I kind of want to drive the thing.
Yeah. Kate, sit down.
I mean,
I
you're
kind of
not.
want to give it a shot.
I'm sure you're really good and everything, but the yaw, it's a little bit. I mean, you really got to put your heels down in when you're trying to get the nose up. And she lifts.
Listen, not all women have to wear heels, Kate. That's so sexist.
That's not. I'm wearing heels. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not even what I meant.
Regardless of what you said, it was quite clear that you were
Trust.
man.
Were we
I'm
just
just
talking
trying.
about this?
Yeah, you're kind of mansplaining ship driving.
She lists left 6 degrees.
I've learned this the hard way, Kate. It's best to just stop.
I'm the best pilot in the astral sea. Just stand back.
All right, let's move these
He's not
ships
wrong.
onto an
I
asteroid.
think he like is like muttering as he's like walking away. Like ship's got a lot of holes in it for the best pilot in the astral sea. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Does Doc hear him muttering?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Perception check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
21.
That definitely hears him.
Great. Can I like punch him?
Yeah. Definitely can punch him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Make an attack
I
roll.
don't even know what that is when I'm not a monk. Is it just strength?
Just make
Just
like
yeah.
like strength check. Yep.
Great. Did I do it? No.
Yeah. If you click like right on strength itself, that should. Work.
I'm trying.
I bet.
Oh, there we
it
go.
is.
Oh,
Yes,
21.
it definitely works. How do you punch him, Doc?
There we go.
What's it?
Roll 20 is just being slow.
Yeah. What's it look like?
Yeah, like I think Doc like starts to walk away, hears him muttering, wheels around, punches him in the nose, and then like turns back around and walks away.
Okay, maybe I deserve that. I get it. It was a bit. I just tried to be helpful.
I told you it was in your best interest to stop.
I get it. It's my mistake.
You're welcome to like sit and watch. I'll give you some pointers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
Here, you need a hanky?
Yeah, I could use a hanky.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Right.
thanks. Thanks. I'm gonna get it real bloody. Is that all right?
You can keep
All right,
it.
thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
God, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took out an air elemental by herself.
I know.
Yeah.
Why do you think I surrendered?
Yeah. So you surrendered so quick.
Good call. Yeah.
All right, let's drive these ships over to that asteroid over there.
Okay, and so with that, Lux,
Yeah.
I am going to have you make a vehicles check with this thing using your wisdom.
Yeah. My wisdom.
Let's make a spell jamming check.
My wisdom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
New ship,
Okay.
get wise. How intuitive
All
are
right.
you?
Okay. Here we go, baby.
13, okay.
Perfectly average.
Okay.
Perfectly.
13 spell jamming. With that, yeah. So the dragonfly is like fully disconnected. You see the couple of holes in the starboard side of the ship or whatever as it's kind of like zips out away in front of you. And you guys you kind of transit over this almost like river of sort of asteroids that are flowing past underneath you as you're up just outside of the spiral, kind of trailing along, and you see a big massive one. It's got like a heavy flat side. It looks like it would certainly be viable for you guys to be able to lay both ships down on it. And so yeah, we see the dragonflies landing here. The four little legs extend out, the wings sort of rotating around and back behind it as it lowers itself down on the edge, kind of near one of these precipices. And then Lux, you start bringing down the rover, and you realize pretty quickly oh yeah, he's right, it does list to the left, and you're yanking on it, and you're just heaving down into the wheel. It's much different than flying the dragonfly because you're not in the helm, mind linked in the same way. This is a much more physical mechanical operation than you've become accustomed to in these past months. But I think that, yeah, with a bit of a rough bumping as you're closing in, I think that he yells I'll shut the engines, and he goes racing back into the cabin. He's really need a bigger crew for this ship. But he goes racing downstairs, and you hear the kind of thrusters down powering in the back.
Reginald will follow him.
Yeah, so as you follow him down, I think that he's I don't know all the ins and outs of this thing, exactly what the hell is bound where, how these conduits work, but I know how this thing goes. And he's yanking on a couple of levers, cranking on a wheel. He's you gotta shut it all down when you get it down low like this, or you'll burn a hole right through the stone, set the whole bottom of the ship right on fire. And I think you're watching as he's cranking this thing, these kind of almost gates, these brass gates are closing in the back. The fire out of the kind of in the crystal in the central room kind of flaring up brighter as the projection out of the back of the ship is cut off. And with that, both ships are landed. So where do you guys want to go to take short rests, or long rests, or rests?
We should do watches to make sure that just anybody's coming, and also maybe the people downstairs. Maybe we need a couple people on watch. If we could bring in some of the other folks who would be on the Dragonfly.
Absolutely, we
would
could.
be helpful.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a long rest.
I could also use a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
As could the professor, absolutely.
So 3 of us need to long rest. Duck, you just need a short rest?
Yeah,
For
I
now.
would just need to roll some hit dice. If we would get a benefit out of me spending time working on the ship.
Yeah.
Sure, you could do like repairs on the ship while you're working on it now. My question is going to be, where does everybody want to rest? How are you guys going to split up? Like, are you leaving anybody with the rover? Are you guys all going to go back to the Dragonfly? Like, how do we break this down?
I think that Doc is at the Dragonfly and will be repairing it. And so I think that Reginald would advocate that most of the resting and watching occur on the deck of the rover.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, just in case he shows up, we could transform ourselves. Yeah, we could get into position. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but close enough that we can watch Doc and see what's going on.
Okay.
Should we maybe try and spy on Occam?
I had considered that. We just utilized that ability before the combat, but in the morning, whatever that means, we could certainly try again.
Yes. Just double check.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know that there will be a better time to mention this, but based on what Cade has told us, I believe that we can expect Occam to have the capability to fly,
Yes.
the capability to create long, straight bolts of lightning.
Yeah.
So lining up would not be advisable.
Yes.
And perhaps also the ability to teleport.
Yeah.
I do not have the means to handle all of them, but I believe, as Lux has said, we as a team perhaps do.
Doc, as you obviously Waffle would be with you as you're working on the ship. Do you want anybody else to like hang out and back you up while you're over at the Dragonfly and everybody's resting?
Sure, yeah. If other people don't need to rest, if anybody else would be able to help, I don't know.
When you ask that, Rich, are you saying one of us or one of the people who are not here?
One of the people who are not here. Yeah.
I kind of feel like we need somebody to stay at the Dragonfly and be like on lookout for Occam, like somebody to look out for Occam. We also need someone downstairs, and we sort of need someone with eyes on Cade. So wherever we want to put Cade.
Cade is on the deck of the rover with us.
Yeah, Cade's with us. I would say.
Yeah, but we're sleeping.
So I think that.
Yeah, well, we'll take turns, right?
I mean that.
And switch out.
You could, sure.
We
but that'll
definitely
extend your
want to.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely want to have some form of watches.
I think Jake is like, honestly, I'm pretty rested. I can watch him if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think the bad man could be up on the mast of the Dragonfly.
Oh yeah. They'll never see me out here. Space.
I feel like I never see you half the time that you're here.
Exactly how I want it.
It's because he's really a ghost.
And maybe we give Yana a sending stone for down. Do you think we need to have somebody downstairs in the rover just to make sure that they don't know how to open them?
No, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Yana will take one of the sending stones, wait downstairs in the rover by the actual prisoners. Jake is watching Cade.
Can old Ben help me with the repair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow,
I think
setting watches
before
is great when you have all these other.
Yeah, we
Really, my goodness. Just an
And
arsenal.
I do think at one point Reginald would say, either to Doc or to others that are around, I did notice that during that combat, our hull took quite a bit of damage, as you well know. We should keep our eyes peeled for some sort of reinforcement for our hull to avoid such a thing. And I can't help but look. And I think Reginald would briefly look around to see if Lux is within earshot or not.
Where are you guys? Where are you having this conversation?
I'll say before Doc leaves the ship. So
She probably is within earshot.
yeah, I think he would just say We did acquire a good hunk of metal recently that could be utilized if we saw fit.
No, wait, you're not talking about
hunk of metal?
You're talking about the underwater
Yeah,
crab
the
thing?
The
Hux.
apparatus
of Hux.
of Hux?
I am simply putting options on the table.
You know what?
Lux, don't worry. I
you
can
know what?
distract. I can distract. I can get his mind off this, and I pull out all the like vials, the quills, the spell scrolls. Just hand them all over.
What? And I think he like very quickly goes like, yeah. Well done.
I must say though, speaking of hunks of metal, we did come across a pretty fortified piece of metal in the
That's
middle
true.
of the sea.
We did.
The Mordekaiser. There's got to be some pieces that we could literally just peel off the side, no? Like it's probably just stuff hanging off of it that we didn't even think of taking.
Back, before we had any holes or damage to the ship.
Yeah.
Man, those were the good old days.
Yeah, back when we'd be fighting this much stuff in
Yeah.
space.
Those were the
Yeah, who knew we'd be fighting things
I mean,
in
I guess they
space?
did put a ballista on top of the Dragonfly. I
Yeah.
think she didn't know. Yeah. Well.
Also, Lux would, at one point before resting, would cast detect portals to see if there are actually.
What's the
if
range?
there's an actual portal on the ship.
What's
Like a mile,
A mile, yeah.
because it
there's not a
infuriates
port.
me to no end that it's measured in miles.
There's no portal on the ship, but you detect a portal within 1 mile.
What? Can I detect which direction it's in?
Yeah, that way.
Lux
Wait,
looks
this way or
that
that
way.
way?
Yeah,
I think that
space
I'm assuming-
south. You know.
space.
Not towards bridge. No,
Yeah, I
no
was gonna
portal at
say,
bridge.
Nope.
It's
I was
not
gonna say,
okay.
are we within a mile of?
Don't think for it. Yeah.
No.
I think Reginald will briefly be distracted looking through all the stuff and lean over to Rhea and say, I think she's picked up a scent.
Yeah.
Wait, there is a teleportation bridge because it's to the ethereal point, but it's different.
Yeah.
This is
No,
different.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not
So,
that we're not
so
within a mile
as
of
soon
bridge.
as you guys lift it up off of bridge is moving away from you, right?
Right.
Because of the whole thing,
Right.
and then you guys flew the other way, so you're at a very different part of the spiral than you were, right?
Yeah.
And you definitely well more than a mile away from there. This is a different portal. I think it's got a different resonation. It's a different frequency, Lux.
Does it feel like
Interesting.
at the edge of the range, or does it feel like it does feel at the edge of the range? I think Lux looks brow furrowed. It's just there's a portal over that way.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Kind of peer out of the porthole a little bit. You can't quite get an angle to see in the direction of it or anything.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I would like to.
Do we check
We
it out
certainly can.
before we call
Yeah.
Aka?
No, I
No?
can wait.
Okay.
No, it's I'm not. I mean, I'm curious, but
Professor, just for your notes, it's 300 gold pieces worth of spell scribing scrolls or spell scribing components or scroll manufacturing components, as well as the 2 scrolls of legend lore and contact other plane.
Yes. He will also, whilst preparing for bed, look at the spell book that he took from the library at Bridge.
All right.
the IOU
about that.
note. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Definitely been looking at that.
The IOU note.
It can take him some time to sort out what's there, but I did slightly borrow an arcane booklet. I also think during this time, Reginald will be looking at these spell scrolls And I think it's like, oh goodness. Ah. It would be quite some time before I could learn how to use these regularly, friends. So, I desperately hope we need not use them before.
Well, don't start tonight. Get some sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me look at this.
And I think Lux like shouts this behind her as she runs up. Like, does the rover have a crow's nest?
Does the rover have a crow's nest? Yes.
I think she'll like run up and climb up to the crow's nest and like try and look and see if she could possibly see an inkling of this portal that she's now really curious about.
It's on the edge of the mile.
Yeah, it's like
I think yeah.
Yeah,
This is before
gotta-
this is all happening before your rest, right?
yes, this is like I think right before bed. I think she's like they're prepping on the deck of the rover, and she's just gonna like go up. But we definitely have like one of these
Telescopes? Are you looking for the word
It's
telescope?
like an eyeglass, right?
Spyglass.
Spyglass. That's the one.
I don't know. I hear those are awfully expensive.
Those are awfully
Very
expensive.
expensive. They cost 10,000
come
gold
on.
in space.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Hang on. Lux's merchant parents know that she's going out to fly ships in the astral sea, and they're not gonna give her a spyglass as a gift.
As a
Her
kid.
merchant parents.
Make a perception check.
Okay, great. Pew, pew, pew. No, 19.
No, 18. Lux, you can see in the distance, you're like peering off from the crow's nest, and like it's a strange sensation because the asteroid itself is moving, right? As it's like rolling, and I think there's a point where it pitches like just so, and you could see at the very like distance as like another asteroid kind of crosses past, and then another before your vision. This kind of swirling circular pattern reminds you of some of like the jetties and the tidal like whirlpools that you saw while you were on Cerelia. This slow like kind of spiral of these red kind of reddish sort of purplish glimmering like motes at the very edge of your distance, and then like another asteroid kind of passes before it, blocking it out of view.
I think she like nods to herself and then like looks again, can't really see it, and then just climbs back down.
So rests shall begin. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Doc, you're gonna begin working on repairing the ship while a lot of you are all gonna like try to take this rest. First of all, go ahead, roll your hit dice. Figure your stuff's out there.
There
Hey.
we go.
Rich, if I can be a bit of a punk,
Sure.
The one thing I would do if Reg could is look at the spell
Before
spell
you sleep.
book and see if there's anything that would keep him up to learn.
You got it. Yep. I think that this is it. I'm double checking myself.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
First through third level spells, anything I don't have
Right, here we go.
that feels particularly useful for tomorrow.
Let me change this name quick.
Gosh, our sleep schedule must be so crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be worse than mine. Here you go.
Saying something.
Oh boy. Oh goodness.
Good stuff.
Okay, just for those at home, The list is knock, arcane lock, conjure minor elementals, contingency, Liam's secret chest, levitate, stone skin, wall of ice, and web. Oh,
Some good stuff in
too
there.
overwhelming. He goes to sleep.
Too overwhelming.
It's too good.
He
Yep.
goes to sleep. I love it. Doc, let us have you make a check with probably your tinker's tools. As you're gonna be trying to like work on the exterior of the ship. And let's say let's use your intelligence. Yeah.
With advantage, because Ben.
Sure, with advantage, because old man Ben, he's just like working with you, like holding up plates and stuff like this while you're like driving like rivets into the wood of the thing, and he's like, "This is some really sophisticated equipment you've got here, Doc. I'll tell you, I've never seen anything half like any of this." Yeah.
You might even say it's remarkable.
It's remarkable. So you are like working on repairing the ship. The badman clinging to like the mast up at the top of the crow's nest. Yeah. What's your agenda here, Doc? Are you gonna like pretty much like work straight through until you can get this thing fixed, you think?
Yeah, I guess my plan was to kind of short rest first to make sure that I was fine, and then like work as long as I could until the others were rested.
Okay. Cool.
So I rolled a 15 for the Tinker's Tools check.
Got it.
Not great.
It's not that terrible per se either. Okay. Let me double check a couple of things here. Yeah, right. I don't really need to go too far up here because I actually wrote all this down in my notes, didn't I? Yes, I did. Cool. All right. I think that you're able to like patch up like half of it with that. It does take you like a couple of hours working like that, like 2 hours. You're able to kind of get like half the damage patched up. You want to make a second check for like the other half of it. There were 2 big hits into the side of the hull.
Sounds good. Yeah. I think it's like, it was definitely meant to do like kind of the patch job and then like the quality job on top of it.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta like clean it up and get it all like, yeah, okay, excellent. So the next one, like you've got like a much better handle for it. You and Ben have like figured out your system pretty well. Waffle's able to like hold one side while he holds the other side, the pair of them with their tiny little flappy wings, you know, and like you're like setting the whole thing in, and then like, yeah, you're like kind of sanding it down. You've got all kinds of like sealing compound around the edges to get the whole thing like nice and cinched up, and it's clear that they're like patches, but they don't look like shoddy patches, right? It almost like has like a kind of aesthetic appeal. I think you're able to get everything pretty well done within like 5 hours. You get your rest, you get like the hull fixed up, your friends are still resting, Badman's up there on like the top, like that's it, you're done. That was fast.
Yeah. Easy as pie. It's a lot simpler when you're trying to do it when it's not, moving everywhere.
I guess so, yeah. It does seem much easier. You think I could wander around over here? That'd be a bad idea.
As long as you're keeping an eye out, but it's all secure and, you're not going to, like, fall through a hole or anything.
Yeah, all right, good. I'm going to wander around a little bit. Jeffrey gets restless. Jeffrey! And so, yeah, I think that he, like, steps off the deck of the ship and starts kind of, like walking around, scoping this place out. What do you want to do while you're waiting for your friends, Doc?
I'll just, like, keep watch.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that a lot of you guys managed to get your long rest with no interruption. You may get your hit points back. You may rememorize all your spells. You may get all your stuff figured out.
Oh boy, that's going to take much longer than a day.
It used to take 10 minutes per spell level to prepare your spells in the morning. So like a 15th, 16th level caster like spent like 6-7 hours preparing spells easy.
I think it still does technically take some amount of time in the morning, but what's a morning in space?
I think they just like bundle it all up into like an hour. It takes you an hour. I guess my question is you guys all wake up in the morning, you just like hang out at the Dragonfly or at the Rover and are kind of like doing your morning prep. Like, does Reggie just like sit there and like do his like morning memorizations there? Like,
I think so.
Okay.
I think he's like, we need a presence on the ship. He's relearning his spells. He's thinking deeply about whether he wants to try and learn a spell before we engage in combat, but I think
I have this worry that that Occam is gonna like spy on the ship and see us if that's where we're like hanging around.
Well, we just slept there for 8 hours, so
It's probably a done deal at this point. Okay, great.
Well, Lux,
Let's keep going, but-
in the morning after everybody's kind of up, after she did her like ranger stretch routine. I don't know. Flex the bow a few times.
Ranger aerobics.
Yeah, exactly. Ranger aerobics. I feel like Lux is this close to being the person that's like, everybody wake up, it's time to do yoga.
Oh my God.
This close.
It's time for
I think
lunch.
she is that person.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Morning
Reginald
yoga,
is like,
everybody.
I think it's like, okay, you're gonna wake up and run a 15K to start our morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Ray's
on
in her
earth
room.
makes you think it's possible for me to move at this hour?
You don't want to get stiff. Come on.
I have a dexterity of 0.
I'm always
Permanently
stiff.
Ray's in this little room praying to Clancy, and then recast. I almost said Chomper.
Yeah.
I was like Clancy's something, and then I was like, is it Jake?
No.
It's Chomper.
No, it's a
What?
lot of turtles.
Which
All
one
the
of the turtles do I
turtles.
worship?
Leonardo.
All turtles.
That's right.
Oh no, it's gotta be Donatello,
Yeah.
right?
Probably. Okay. So Ray is doing memorizations. She's like doing her morning prayer ritual. The professor's reading through his book. Where did Lux go after her range aerobics?
Lux would want to, and would inform everybody that she does want to try and scry on Occam.
Okay.
See what's up.
Okay.
Should we try to make us look like them first?
While
Does
we're
that
doing
matter?
it? Just why not? Just for caution.
I
don't
can't.
know if
I'm
that's
not
gonna
going to
help.
just because it costs a spell slot for me to do it. I can't ritual cast it. So.
Okay.
Oh, fair.
One
You
one
do
moment.
have one free disguise
Yeah.
self every day, Grace.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
you get a freebie, right? And then you
Oh.
could use your spell slots to fuel it.
I have read enough books to
Mhm.
know that with the real down below deck and the fake up above deck, shenanigans could be afoot very quickly. So I would ask that perhaps you change one identifying characteristic so that we may know which is the real Captain Westwind. Something Occam wouldn't notice, but perhaps we would.
Well, the real Captain Westwind doesn't have any of her armor.
Yeah, they're naked. So
Yeah.
if we're in
that
like a
might help.
pointing situation, where they're like accusing us of being them,
Lux,
pretty easy.
I say this with the utmost respect and love. But what sort of mental aerobics does one do in the morning to wake up their mind?
Well, you might have a dexterity of 0, my friend, and I have an intelligence of 0.
Do what you all will. I simply just let me know. I would hate to have to. I would hate to get killed by someone I thought was a friend. Seems an awful way to go.
Fair enough. I also was thinking maybe we didn't even necessarily. I mean, there were other like. Was it just? I don't even know
You
what I'm saying
could
anymore.
disguise yourself as the Oaken Bolter.
I was thinking. I think if the two of you want to be West Wind, and Morris, I would just be an orc who was out there.
How tall was Captain Westwood? Just
Like
about
5 foot
She's a-
change, 5'1".
Oh, great! Lux is 5'3".
Oh yeah, Lux is dwarf
Perfect.
height. Yeah, you're good shape.
So I also realized that we can replicate the voice of anybody, so we don't need what's his face.
Yeah.
Oh, you
true.
can. That's great.
Yeah.
You guys are like half doppelgangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's taken us 20 episodes
To utilize
uh,
it. And then he was- Hey, I did try on the Mordekaiser, if you recall.
I don't. I
was gonna say I also don't recall that.
But,
I feel
Oh goodness.
oh Lord. Okay. So y'all are gonna change yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't look.
Don't look. So you guys are like at the Rover. You're getting ready to change yourselves as you're like finishing up all your preparations and stuff. I guess Doc has come back to meet you.
Duck, you're gonna be Morris,
Who's that?
the guy with the blue eyes.
Like blue flaming eyes, like looked like a really creepy person, like black.
You want to
like,
see him? You could come down and see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would probably
we'll need
be
to
a
see
good
him
idea.
in order to change into him. Yeah.
He's a warlock, right?
Yeah.
What is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very creepy.
So
He's
creepy.
a punk, is what he is.
Icky. What is the word?
I do not like him.
Okay,
Ah.
so we probably go downstairs and like look at him. We get a good look at him. We probably come back up into this like main room maybe, and then we cast a spell right before scrying.
I think you need your crystal ball, so you have to go back to the Dragonfly.
Yeah, we need to go back to the
Yes.
So much walking around.
dragon.
It's very, very funny. So you guys are walking your way back to the Dragonfly, the four of you, and I think like as you're coming here, I think that you like hear from off to like the left like this shout of like, "Hey, look out, everybody!" And, like you turn and look and you think you see the Badman, and he's running. He's running towards the Dragonfly. His little white beard is like flopping with every step. His purple cape behind him. He's got like the psychic knives in each hand. Joffrey the cat is bounding along next to him.
What's going on?
What?
Look! There! And like he points like in front of you. I don't know why the Badman just turned into more. So
Yeah, it sounds
yeah,
caged.
I think he like points in front of you, and you see like around like where the Dragonfly is kind of parked. There's the edges of like some of the asteroid kind of like ledges almost like dropping off where these like sharp broken bits. And I think what you see coming up over the edge of one of these precipices is this like hulking insect like creature. It has like 6 legs, this long kind of spiked looking face. Hold on one second here and I'll just I could just show you a picture of them. How about
At the
What is it
first
with this campaign
sign
and bugs?
of something approaching the ship,
Yeah.
Reginald will try and hide or like not be visible. Like if everyone else is disguised and he's the only one, he's like,
I don't think at the moment we are.
Yeah, I
you
don't know
not
if we got the
disguised?
chance to do that or not.
I might love it like I don't know. For me, it lasts an hour. So like the sooner we do it right before we scry,
The better.
the better. Depending on how fast he can get here, was
Yeah.
my thinking. So
Yeah.
that was my
Ours
plan.
is just until
Yeah.
we use an action to revert it. So.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's like indefinitely. So what you see coming up over the edge, you see like one of these big bug things. It's like it's bigger than Ben is. It's got 6 like segmented legs with that end almost in like these sharp pointed like spear tips. these gross like bits of hair coming off of the spines in its back and like at the joints where its body is, and like it turns looking at you and its jaw opens. It's got this row of like razor sharp teeth as its head tilts to you, these like black eyes shining in the glimmer of starlight, like and I think you hear like and the badman's like running, and it's at this point that you start like looking around and you see them coming up everywhere, all like around, like all over the ground around like this asteroid that you're like floating on, like as you guys are like racing like kind of like right up here next to the edge of the Dragonfly itself. Hang on a second, it'd be great if I had a map to like articulate what was happening.
I love this quote. Imagine a hive of ants the size of horses, but the ants are wearing armor, then exterminate them. This thing is gross.
Ew.
They are scary looking as they're like
and there's a lot of them. Oh,
they're
Yeah,
all
no.
over the
No.
place.
Nope.
They're everywhere. Okay, we're here. I gotta do one little bit of camera shenanigans. You guys probably could click your tokens and roll initiative if you wanted to.
Wait, I thought we were going to negotiate with these guys.
You could do that. Yeah, sure.
No,
In the initiative.
I'm doing my part.
we're running.
doing my part. Troy's on point.
Oh,
Oh boy, I was just reading an article about Starship Troopers earlier today.
That was like a big part of my high school experience was the release of Starship Troopers. I was so excited. What a great movie.
Someone was trying to advocate that Starship Troopers is satire gone wrong, like done wrong, because the humans are the bad people, but they're pretty, and that the good people. I was like, I didn't quite follow it, but I just was like, it's a great movie. It's a great movie
Sure
to
is
watch.
a great movie. It's excellent space pulp action adventure, you know? Come on, stop it.
Wouldn't know anything about that. Let's play Dragonfly.
Let's really. There it is. Okay, got it. Oh, my windows are fixed. Cool.
What is the initiative tracker open? That
Bam!
There it is.
Bam! Okay, let's do this here.
I have to ask, Rich, when you're doing that thing, it sounds every time like you're doing the drum solo to In the Air Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Is that yeah?
Of course I am. What else would I be doing, Taylor? Can you feel it?
I can feel something coming.
Okay. Cool.
Great. So I'm going last. Is what I'm seeing.
Looks like that might be the case.
Oh, good. There's a hive lord.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you gotta love a hive lord. Okay, cool. Professor, you're up.
I think originally he was trying to run for cover, but then he sees all these and he's like, "Oh goodness, not enough cover." And I think he will immediately. My first thought was, "Are they here to negotiate?" I presume they are not. And he will cast a flaming sphere out in amongst these crew. And so 60 feet away, I might move before, and I'll tell you where I drop it. 5-foot diameter bit of fire. And any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 or half on a success. And I can move it. And blah, 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 blah. My action is to cast the spell. My bonus action is to move it, which will immediately require a saving throw from the creature that I move it toward, which is gonna be, I think it's gonna be this one up here. It's gonna hit.
Got it. Comes crashing into that guy right there. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. It will make a dex save.
And I think the spell save DC on the spell is incorrect. It should be a 16.
Got it. 18. That sucks. Half damage?
Takes half damage. Let me go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. So half of that. So 2.
Got it.
2 fire damage, and I am now concentrating on
the flaming sphere comes like rolling up, bumping into this bug thing, like rears up on its back legs, like fire dancing around it. At this point, the asteroid is like shifting ever so, and all of you guys, I think, catch sight of this like portal in the distance, kind of like whirling, as it were. Professor, that was your action. Movement bonus action.
Move up to the deck of the ship and end turn.
Got it. The badman will go on 20. I think that he like wheels around and he's gonna throw his psychic blade at one of these things, and then offhand he'll throw it probably like at this one here. 23 will hit. The 12 does not. Oh gosh, why are you fighting with me here? Roll 20. He doesn't get any kind of sneak attack for that. That's not super effective. But nonetheless, he like comes like racing up over here and will like climb his way up onto the deck of the ship. Right. Ooh. Okay. I think this one's like,
don't love the sound of that.
yeah, you gotta love it. I think this one comes like scrabbling up over here, like and it like flaps its like back, these spikes hurtling up off of it. It's gonna shoot, gosh, 2 horrible spikes at Waffle out in the front. How dare it, right? 14, 16?
Yeah. Sorry, I was not prepared for that. The 14 hits, the 16 doesn't.
Other way around. 7 points. 7 points of piercing damage to
reverse.
Waffle. I wasn't either, but he was just like point man of your little charging unit here. You see this one that's like bigger.
Because you put him there.
I know, I'm terrible. This one that's like bigger than the others, like. And the others are all kind of like looking to it as they turn, like glaring back at you. Rhea, you're up on 12.
Can I? How do we can just get on the Dragonfly? We don't have to get through the back. Is the bottom?
That might be my fault.
You would have to like get up into the bottom of the cabin, though. I figured that the professor used his ring of jumping and just didn't articulate that well. The badman climbed up the edge. He's like climbing up like the side of the ship.
No problem. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rhea's gonna hold Bane until 3 creatures are within 30 feet of her.
Okay, cool.
I think is what I'll
Got
do.
it.
And then I'll cast it. Because I can't get into... They're like not quite close.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus action, anything like that?
Pull out Chompers. There's a lot of them. Sure, let's pull out Chompers. I'll attack the one. I'm actually going to go as far away as I can. I guess the second one. I'll go behind
21 will hit.
And a 21 to hit for just 7 force damage.
Nonetheless. Chompers like appearing in space. The spectral turtle like chomping down on the back of this bug thing. Nicely done, Chompers. That's gonna be you holding your action. Doc, you're up.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you clarify the getting onto the ship situation?
Sure. So the badman is like climbing up the edge of the ship, right? It would be more fair to put him here. I think like he's like climbing up kind of the landing gear and doing rogue stuff. The professor like ran up to the edge of it. I don't know, Professor, did you jump? You could jump as a bonus action.
I think I technically used my bonus action to slam the
the
unless I
sphere,
misread the
you're right.
spell
No, you
of
did.
the sphere
Yeah, you're
in order
probably
to
right.
get damage done. So I guess what I did is I ran over and used like some climbing up the side of it, like my movement to climb up the side of it. I still had 20 feet of movement, so you tell me if that's possible.
Yeah, yes. So I think that you're like not quite all the way up. You've got probably your hand on the rails. I think there's enough like texture on the exterior that you could try to climb up the side of the ship pretty easily. You know what I mean, Doc? But yeah.
Don't worry, the badman's basically. I think he's climbing right where where you just fixed it. That shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's on the other side of it.
Yeah. So however, I guess far up on the ship I can get, and then I'm going to shoot one of the. Can I do two? I can do 2 longbow attacks, right? So yeah, I'm gonna take out my longbow and fire at a few of these.
Okay. Longbow action. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess this one that I'm. Is my ping working? I don't know. Roll20 is being grumpy today.
Yeah. Which one do you want? Closest, furthest, middle?
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah,
Got it.
The one's near the big one.
Yeah, I don't know why is it just what color
No,
am
I
I?
see
is
it.
Is that my ping is too dark? I think I was trying to click it earlier, but okay, great. 12.
Oof. Miss. Ka-tang. Deflects
24.
off their armor, hits.
Okay. For 10 piercing damage.
Doc, you send one arrow and it deflects off like the chitinous carapace of this big Kruthic bug, and it's like, ah! And as its mouth open, I think you fire the second arrow, like hits it in the back of the throat, knocking it clean off the asteroid, dead and destroyed. It is killed.
Amazing. And then I think Waffle is just going to use his action to dash and like get to the other side of the ship so that he's ready when like things come that way.
Got it. So you can move him. I think that basically, Doc, you like ran to the base of the ship, fired twice, and start climbing, and you're like 15 feet up. You need like another like 10 feet, and you'll be up on the start of your next turn. Reggie's got 5 feet. The Kruthics go. Rhea, I'm gonna go ahead and go with some Bane here with these guys as 3 of them get within range.
Just gotta make charisma saving throws.
And 15, 20. And then it's gonna dash, so that one will get no action. 5.
While we move our monstrous spider creatures, I imagine that the dragonfly casts some light off of itself, or the sun or something. But in case it's not enough, the flaming sphere also produces 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Oh, yeah, that's really helpful. Charisma saving throws, Grace?
Yep.
Oh, yes, that's 2 fails. Right?
Yeah, 2 fails. Yeah.
All right.
And just a 6. I guess 2. 16 is the DC, but.
Okay, we're gonna do these 2 guys here, right, closest on top of you. One of them had charged all the way up to you. It's gonna get to stab. 19.
Oh, hits.
For 4 piercing damage. This other one I think will have just charged all the way too, so it closes in. That's all those guys. Okay, these guys go.
The one that hit was not a baned one, correct? Okay. Just trying to keep track.
Okay, there. That one's starting to climb up on the thing. Same here. He's climbing up on the thing. He's using his whole round to climb up on the thing. These guys are all like climbing up. Oh yeah, this one like manages to get right down under the badman. And this one climbs up onto the thing, like next to the badman. Yeah, you guys are like, holy crap, as this surging tide of bugs begin like swarming up everywhere. They're like racing all up over the front of the ship. Lux, you feel like a chill go down your spine as you look at your sweet, sweet ship covered in these horrific, disgusting, cruthic bugs. Lux, you are up.
Yeah, okay. Lux is screaming. She's like, everybody get to the ship! Everybody into the ship! And is going to use her ring of jumping to get onto the ship. And so how far is it from here to the, like, helm?
The ship, believe it or not, because your Dungeon Master is OCD, is 2 scale. So like 10 feet
I
forward
guess I'm asking
and 10
where
feet
is the like
down.
is it is at
The
like
front of the ship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean like had to lower myself and to like get there
80 feet.
like 80.
It'd be 80 feet plus an object interaction to like open the hatch and like go racing all the way up to the front.
Okay, 80 feet. Great. Yeah, Lux I think is literally just like screaming, running through the ship, running like past everybody. Like, get right out of here! Let's go! And is gonna run as she's gonna use her action to move. She can kind of drop down in any of these little spots, right?
Yeah, and either of the number 3s are like your cargo bay areas that you could drop down into. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think she just like drops down through one of these and just like hops and is yelling for everybody else like, we're being attacked! Everybody, get to your positions!
And is then gonna dash. This was like some of your movement already. That
Yes.
would have been like your whole first movement plus then dash. Yeah, okay, we'll get you
Well,
about
using
there,
the
yeah.
jump ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's still part of your movement. You know what I mean?
Ye-
Like it lets you cast the spell as a bonus action, and then you're moving. So yeah, you're like halfway there to the helm. That's Lux's turn. Okay. This happens, Professor. You're up on 22.
Yes. I think he shall bonus action slam the sphere into the back of this creature that's attacking Nicholas. I need did I say dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
I think that's what they've all been.
I believe so as well. God, these rolls.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, it will take half of 6 damage, so a total of 3 fire damage.
Got it.
And then I think as an action, what's this one up at the top doing? This big boy.
It's like seems to be like screaming out these like horrific sounds, but I think that you as like a trained tactical war leader, you recognize that there's like direction in the sounds that it's making, as it's like it's like almost like barking commands at the rest of this mob.
I think he will. Oh gosh. Can I roll a wisdom check on really quickly
Yeah,
to
of
see
course.
what I would decide between?
Yeah.
While you're doing
Okay.
this, right? Is Yana's on the rover? with the sending stone with
Yeah.
Cade?
Yana's on
And
the
Jake
rover
is on
with
the-
the Kent sending stone. Yeah,
Jake?
Jake's also over there. Yeah. I think that Ben, though, is with you guys. And as you've jumped down into the ship, I think Ben's like, what's going on out there? So he, like, jumps out. Yeah.
Who has the other sending stone?
He did not go outside.
Ben? He's
Oh my
like popping
God.
his head out of the door,
No.
looking down the hall
No,
at
Ben.
you. He's on.
Get it.
He's in the
Go back
ship
there.
with you.
Hide.
He's
Lux.
down below.
Yeah,
with
he's
you.
down below,
Okay.
like looking at you.
Oh.
I think Doc maybe has the other sending stone because
Okay.
I don't know who.
Great. That would make sense. Doc was like
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, I think Reginald is going to cast a chromatic orb at 2nd level at the leader.
Okay.
Me?
Yes. The reality is this was my wisdom check. I don't think he realizes that Rhea is surrounded in that way. I think
Lux
he's just
did yell, like, get Rhea out of there as she ran past.
Well, if that's the case, then I think he would turn around and fire off a sorry, folks.
No, you're fine, man.
I love Skalala.
Tried to give me
so
a
many of them.
disclaimer at the beginning of the night, like spellcaster. Oh, lot to do
I
tonight.
do it. I think he like starts. He like pulls out the decoder wheel and like starts to do it. And as Lux says, like, "Get Rhea out of here," he's like, "What? What? What? Oh goodness!" And then fires off scorching rays at the. We'll start with the one closest to me at the top. 26 to hit for 9 fire damage.
Oh yeah, hits the one closest to you at the top.
Yes.
Nice.
I have bless click. Sorry. And then if that doesn't kill him,
Fire swallows it, and it's like it like collapses.
then
to
I'll do
flutter.
the one at the bottom, at the very bottom for the last one. 17 to hit.
This one.
Yes.
It hits.
Okay. For 8 fire damage.
It's still up, it appears. You missed one of them, is that correct? Or you hit all 3?
No. If the first one took it out with 9 fire damage,
Mhm.
then I would move to both of the second and third hit would be at the bottom. So a total of whatever, 7 fire damage.
So
then
you
8.
drop that one then. The two of them, like fiery rays hammering down off the deck of the ship around you, Rhea, as the professor is just like throwing these bolts of flame all over the place. Krutik's dropping on either side of you. That's your action and your bonus action.
My bonus action was to move the sphere.
Yep.
And then I am now moving to the edge in order to provide whatever assistance I'm capable of providing Rhea to get on the ship.
Got it. At this point,
That's it.
Badman goes, he disengages, and it's just like, Jeffrey, get on the ship! And he comes like shimmying up the other. He kicks one of these things in the mouth, rolling up onto the deck of the ship where he like launches up like, why am I alone up here? Oh, shit! And he like turns like looking back at the rest of them. I think that he is going to stab at these guys in front of him. Use this bonus action. He's only got his main attack. Missing badly. He will like
Keep you on the ship.
leap around over here like, why am I even on the ship? That brings us to this guy. I'm sorry, the Krutik is not Kermit the Frog. The Hive Lord like turning, looking up, it can only really see Doc at the back, and it's like and it like raises up and like slaps its arms, these spikes firing off of it for Doc. 2 attacks, 9 and 22
Yep. The 22 will hit.
for 10 points of piercing damage, max damage. Jeez, Doc. One of these like barbs just like hits you and you reel with it as it's like jutting out of your shoulder, this burning kind of pain. That's its turn. Rhea, you're up.
Can't
Ray
trust
will
the barbs.
disengage.
Got it.
5. How much move from? This is 10. How much to get onto the?
It's like 25, I said, to climb up, though it's a straight climb. So that was 5, 10. You still have 20 feet left. You can climb like all the way up where you're holding the railing.
That's fine. I'm up there. My action was disengage. My bonus action, I'll move chompers here and attack. 19
hits.
Yeah.
8 force damage.
Oh, this thing looks bad. His chompers is like, chitting and like bone breaking. This like greenish ichory blood like spilling out of the back of this thing. It's still up, but barely. That's your movement action, bonus action.
That's it.
You're up.
Okay, I am going to fire my longbow twice at the one that just attacked me.
Mm-hmm. The boss up here.
Yeah.
20!
Nice.
Assuming that hits for 17.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Great. And then 15?
15 does not hit. The arrow deflecting off the Hive Lord's carapace. Still, good shot. That's your action.
Yeah, and then Waffle is going to... Oh my god, roll 20.
Come on, roll 20. Get in line. It's Tuesday.
Yes. Waffle is going to fly over and attack that one that is baned at the bottom. 14?
Miss. That's a miss.
That's fine.
It's got a nice armor class. It like turns, putting its hide towards Waffle. No dice.
Great. That's my turn.
They go.
I finished getting up on the ship.
No problem.
I don't think I had done that yet. Yeah.
Got it. These 3 swarm poor tiny Waffle. Pack tactics, they all have advantage.
Pack tactics.
20!
No. Waffle.
19 hits Waffle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 19 points of damage as we watch these 3 things come like surging and sweeping over Waffle. Meanwhile, on the deck of the ship, Nicholas' name, they call him, stands between the 3 of you and hell as the cargo bay above Lux is closed. So this lot, I think, all come like storming right down over him as they're like, like climbing up the side of the
Wait,
ship.
that would know you're
He
trying to kill
cannot
the
die
bandit.
while he's not even here. Oh my gosh.
My bad.
Disengage. She's okay.
My bad. Oh yeah, that one will go here.
Oh my
This one's able to get like right in next to him though.
Jeez.
This one like racing down. I think this one's gonna
no.
charge all the way to here. So I'm gonna take a bunch of attacks with advantage and old Nicholas' name here.
That's like 10 attacks, isn't it?
No, they only have 1 attacker.
It's just 5 with advantage.
Right. Sorry. That's what I mean. It's like.
Ooh, not that
I
awful.
mean,
no, not
okay.
20s.
Yeah, not that terrific,
Is that
actually.
3 hits?
Let me double check my
Actually,
man's AC
yes.
over here.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a hit. Unfortunately, 15 is a hit.
No.
21 is a hit. 20 is a hit. All hits. I got 4 out of 5 hits. That's 11, 18, 24 points of damage as you watch them come swarming up over the Badman. He's like, I need help. I need some help. The Badman not looking great. I did not mean to use the non-present players as tanks in this scenario, but sometimes things happen.
No such
Lux,
thing anyway.
Lux, I think you look up and the cargo bay is like above you, and I think you hear the like as like the like shattering like footsteps of these insects come rattling over the hollow door, and I think you hear the like roar of pain from the badman and probably blood like dripping down through like the seam of the door above you as like the doors are like pushing from the weight of these things. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Does he bleed red or does he bleed purple?
Oh.
Bleeds purple.
Oh yeah,
of course.
this is an important question as we're trying to figure out what he is.
I bleed purple. I'm the knight. I'm the knight.
Okay.
My blood is grape juice, more like Jello.
We've informed
So-
Josh that he is surrounded.
Plasma.
That
We've
looks
informed
bad.
Josh. Well, thanks, guys. Glad that what happens when this dragonfly stays on the dragonfly.
I do love that the photo of Lux right next to him is just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's
Just
like,
sorry, lower level.
Come play Dragonfly. It'll be fun. There'll be whimsy.
So much whimsy
Whimsy.
as the
Whimsy
blood
is-
drips through.
Whimsy
Yeah.
is another word for bugs, isn't
Yeah, the
it?
plant that thirsts for. Oh, hey.
Blood and gore.
Yeah, where's the plant in
Whimsy.
Yeah,
The
for real.
blood
You could
dripping
feed it to this plant.
It just speaks. You need to animate it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it. Okay, Lux, you're up. You're downstairs.
Yeah, so I guess the question here now is, Lux is hearing that now they're just on the ship. They're all on the ship.
Yeah.
And did she see? Were there more coming after them, or was that it?
You don't know. You're in the ship now. You
Well,
know
no.
what I
When
mean?
when she was running up, like, did we see like just mountains of them coming over the side, or was it just?
It's
the
not.
group around
No.
Dragonfly?
It's not like action movie endless waves.
Right,
But
right.
like, I think that she probably cannot be sure if there's more coming or not. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like, oh, I saw all 10 and like that's got to be all of them. You know? And I
Right,
think-
right.
I think there are
exactly, yeah.
probably that fears in the back of her mind. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And how far away is it at this point? How far away is the?
To the helm, it's only about right here. I'll say 30 feet. You could get into the helm with your full movement.
I could get in there with my full movement.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there a place where I could like stick my like head out on deck along the way?
Directly above you or back where the other cabin is. That's it. You know, you got the
Right.
ballista up front and the masts. Like, that's it. These are the only two ways from the actual ship up.
Okay. Yeah, I think Lux at this point is kind of like, shit, and she reaches up and like yanks on the cargo hold door as like and like has her axe, her hand axe is ready, and is just gonna like swing at these two that are right above the door.
Okay, you watch as the doors open in front of the badman. You hear like clunk as like the cargo doors like collapse inwards. Two of the crew things like clinging with their legs. Lux, make your attacks.
And also she's screaming, Ben, get inside! Hide!
It seems like you might need some help. Let me get my
Okay.
crossbow.
I don't have bless. What is that? That is adding both bless and my archery fighting style, so it's just an 11.
Everything you could get now. It's just an 11. I think you like swing as like one of the stabbing legs comes down. No dice.
I don't think it's
Oh,
adding your plus. I think it's adding your.
It's 8 plus
it's
3,
Yeah.
and then the
But it's
bless
the plus 5.
It's
Yeah.
the archery. It's 2
But
plus
it's just
a
your archery style
1d4.
is 2, right?
Yeah,
Nope,
and then
2
the
plus,
is that,
and then a 1d4 is the bless. So that it's
Oh,
8
is that
plus
what's
3
happening?
plus 2 plus 3.
yeah.
So just
Oh.
11.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
Okay, 19.
1 and 1 makes 3. Yeah, go for it. 19 hits. That's 6
First-
points of slashing damage. As you cleave into this guy. Can I ask you a really dopey question? Oh no, you have it right. That's your offhand hand axe.
My strength is 0.
Okay. You like cleave into the back of this guy for 6 points of slashing damage as they're now like peering down into the cabinet. You like, Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus act. Oh no, that was 2 attacks, and then you have your bonus action still. If you want to like offhand attack.
Oh.
Does that make sense? You get 2 attacks around now. So like axe, bonus action, axe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So go for the one she hit before.
Yeah, you like chop into it and like take like one leg clean off, like falls into the deck next to you, like kicking around, like scattering across, and then it starts slipping down as you like hammer the axe into the second one and like pull it down into the cabin of the ship with you dead. The badman, you just see his face like frantic, these things like swarming over him. Lux, well played.
Great. Yeah, I guess Lux will like climb up and out to like, get up and help the badman a little bit.
Sure, you like proceed to like reach up, grabbing the edge of the cargo hold and like jump, pulling yourself into like this roll and like kicking up to your feet, your back hitting the rail as you like turn, now flanking this thing with the badman. Professor, you're up.
I think Professor bonus action will bring the fire down. Are either of the ones on the left side here of the bad man injured? The one on top or to the left of the bad man?
Yes, both of them are actually injured a little bit.
Okay, I will bring it down to hit. It'll be up along the ship, the side of the ship, in order to hit the one to the left of the bad man.
The flame sphere rolls up the side of the ship.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it just goes like it moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm. The flame sphere like comes rolling up the side of the ship, smashing into the back of one of these Kruthix. Do they both make saving throws? Is it everyone within 5 feet?
Just the one that I hit right now, and then if it ends its turn within 5 feet of it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a big fail.
Okay, so that one takes 7 fire damage.
Which one, top or bottom, left or right?
The to the left of the bad man.
Got it. Yup. And it like flames like swallowing it up. It falls backwards off the side of the ship.
And now you will see the flame disappear as Reginald will look to Nicholas and say, "Fly, you fool!" and cast haste on Nicholas.
Oh!
You're casting haste on the guy that's not even
Oh,
here.
the guy that's not.
Hey, you gotta. He needs extra.
Also
AC.
known as the guy who's surrounded by.
Yeah. Also known as
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to spread the wealth amongst them all.
He may not be here, but in one sense, he's always here. He did bring us all together.
Yeah, that's
true. That's true.
I appreciate it. Is that 3 weeks in a row you've cast haste on a different one of us? Because that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rhea, watch out. Watch out.
Man's a legend. The man's a legend. Okay, so that's your bonus action. That's your action, which brings us to Nicholas' name.
I will. If 3 is the cargo bay here open or closed?
Both are open now. Yeah, Lux is open, both of them.
Can I attempt to move through the space to get on the other side of this creature? To move through the enemy space in some way.
Yeah. Make an athletics check to try to like get past him. I'm gonna make an opposed one.
Yes. Excuse me. Coming through.
It's using its
The
dex
swing
though,
on
as
the
it's
railing.
like 17.
Oh.
No, it holds you in place. Yep.
How rude.
It's like
That's my turn.
rearing up, punching at you with these very stabby hands. Meanwhile, I think the badman like rears up like, oh, now you're in trouble. And he's gonna go for the psychic blades on this one here. That's like by Lux.
I meant to run.
20 hits. plus sneak attack finally for 14 points of damage.
Nice.
He drives the psychic blade through this thing's head. His hasted action, he is gonna stab out at this one next to him. 9 will be a miss, and then he's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And then he's going to, as his bonus action, disengage and jump into the ship and run away.
That was great.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Meanwhile, at 13, this thing is like...
There she goes.
I have to double check my high move speed. Oh, hey, he's got a climb speed. Cool. Yeah, Lux. You hear the like as this thing's like climbing up the edge of the ship, and then it comes up over the edge like, and it sprays this cone of acid at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
The heck?
I might have hasted the wrong person.
19.
Oh.
19. Very, very, very nice. Lux, you take 8 points of acid damage as this thing spews this like bile breath of acid all over you. You hear the railing of the ship behind you melting, acid having dripped into your precious cargo bay, like smoke rolling up off the deck of the ship. This thing's like, Rhea, you're up on 12. You're 5 feet
I'll
from
finish
it.
climbing
Yep.
up. I'm gonna get like, am I?
That's fine. You could be like right there and still have like if you're right here, you have 25 feet of your movement.
Okay. If I stand there, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Am I?
Yeah,
I'm gonna attack this.
you're
thing
like straddling the thing there. Yeah, go for it.
with my trident. 15?
15, unfortunately, misses Sir AC 16. The tip
All right.
deflecting off of the hide.
Chompers will move up 15 feet and attack that one. Yeah, Chompers can hit. I can't hit anything. Chompers can hit. No. That
Oh,
one.
sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
You're like, don't worry about me. We got to
I
save
can't
Waffle.
move. Yeah, I can't move that far. I don't think I can get that far. 7 force damage to that.
Yeah, one of them drops next to Waffle as Chomper's like,
Waffle and
Love
Chompers
it,
just
the
hanging out.
companion's
Yeah.
gonna take
Yeah.
out like 5 of these things.
It's like the kids' table.
yeah, little buddies.
Yeah.
It's like the kids'
Yeah.
table. Little buddies helping little buddies. Oops.
Oh.
Just wiggled the whole ship. there.
Oh.
My mistake.
Okay. I'll stay there, I guess. Well, can I try? Can I try the thing that Reg tried?
Yeah, you want to just try to push past him? Sure, go for it. Make a
Yeah.
strength check. Is it's gonna be like or athletics or whatever, you know.
Sure. I just did a strength.
I don't know if you're proficient.
Yep.
in
Okay.
athletics.
No problem.
Yeah, it's like totally holding the space, man. It's not letting anyone past it. Okay, Doc, you're up on 10.
Okay, I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna take. No, I don't want to be like right there. Fine. I'll take a swing at the one below me.
Mhm.
With my battle axe that I'm taking out. Two-handed.
19 hits.
19. Great. For 16 slashing damage.
Yeah, you cleave it in half, Doc. The axe like thuds into the deck of the ship, and you're like, wham! This thing is obliterated.
You spill acid on my ship.
Exactly.
16 slashing damage on one attack.
It's max
Crazy.
damage there.
Nice. And then she wheels around and attacks the one above her.
Yeah.
18. Great. For 8 slashing damage.
That one,
You know,
having
really.
been stabbed previously by Nicholas Nabe, you wheel
Amazing.
around and just
Amazing.
cleave its head right off. Its body like cartwheeling back off of the ship. Doc, those are your attacks.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna have Waffle disengage on his action, and fly over here because he does not have a lot of health left.
Yeah. Poor little guy. That's Doc's turn. Young Kruthiks go. All these here young Kruthiks are dead. That one's not. It's going to try to stab Rhea. 10 and misses.
No.
This one goes. It has climb speed. And it manages to climb up the edge here next to you, Professor. It is baned, but it will take an attack at you from behind. 17 minus a d4.
Oh, that might be enough to do a thing.
14.
Does not hit me. Does not hit me.
Okay, this one comes scurrying up and does a similar thing with advantage from pack tactics. No Bane. A 12.
Does not
misses.
hit me.
They all really stink. Lux, you're up.
Yeah, I think Lux furiously pulls her bow out and replaces her hand axes. And will use her bonus action to planar warrior the situation and attack with her longbow at this freaking thing. 21.
Yeah, so point blank, you're feet away from this over just the open cargo bay. 21 hits.
10 plus 7.
17. Got it. The force arrow blasting into it. It reels around.
Second arrow.
20!
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew
It's
it.
kind of hilarious.
It's never just exactly what you want.
Still, that's
They're
another 12.
The double dice rolls are never. Those are very unsatisfying.
Sometimes they really are. That's another 12. Those are your 2 attacks. That's your bonus action. Is that it, Lux?
I think. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's at this point that all of you hear, and you feel the whole ship rock. And I think you hear a voice from down below. You guys, there's something really terrible climbing up onto the front of the cockpit there. It's got these big giant kind of pincher type things and a bunch of tentacles coming out of its mouth.
A bunch of what?
As climbing
No.
up over the front of the ship. This massive hulking form kind of just slowly I don't know if anybody noticed it, slowly drifting over here from the void, but it has arrived.
I did see it, and I thought it was.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things open on my computer. I thought it just was the portal that you'd mentioned, that you had a token for the portal or something. But I did see that.
I did see it, but I felt that Rhea was not in a position to see it.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is a kind of 12-foot tall, looks probably somewhere in the range of 2,000-pound insectoid creature with huge lobster pinchers that are serrated along the way. And then it has a bunch of these, it's got this pale, almost bone white kind of shell with the slightly yellower undercarriage on the carapace. And then it's got these horrific pink tentacles that are emerging out from where its mouth would be, as it's
Rich, I know we called the show the Dragonfly, but like not everything has to be bugs,
I know.
right? Like some things could be cute. Why can't we fight cute things?
Yeah.
You got to get out of
Because then you wouldn't want to kill them.
Yeah, we got to get out of this
And then we
thing.
would all have a picnic, and it would be whimsical, as we said. It
I
would be.
promise you, Friday night I'll make you fight cute things, and then you'll be really crying.
Careful what you
Speaking
wish
of what
for.
these things are they monstrosities?
Aberrations.
They are aberrations. So, just
that a trick
quickly,
question,
would
Taylor?
Lux? Well, I'm just clarifying because Lux's favorite enemy are aberrations.
Make a nature check
So would she?
with advantage
Yeah,
because
no
favorite
one's
enemy.
about these guys.
Sorry. Too
Oh,
bad.
jeez.
So you don't know about the big thing. Make another nature check
Yeah.
for the little
Okay.
guys. 20! Okay, so the Kruthic you are super familiar with. Kruthic are actually like reptiles that are covered in chitin. They're not really insects. Fooled you, Melissa. They like hot places, but they exist in like these horrific hives, and they're ruled by hive lords, which clearly this one left alive on the other side of the ship is. They like to, like take people and bring them back to lay eggs and stuff. They're really like horrible, vicious monsters.
Oh,
And
all right.
yeah.
I didn't need to know
Sorry.
that particular fact.
Sorry.
I could have gone without knowing that
The big
one,
thing on
but-
top
I mean,
of
with
the
a
ship.
nat 20,
Yeah, you do.
you know?
You
I
know
know.
more than you ever wanted.
Lux
got-
for sure knows that.
The big
fact.
guy on the top of the ship,
Wonderful.
you're not 100% certain what's going on with him, but he's really gross. He can't reach anybody there. I think he's strangely, you're watching him as he's like, the claws and the tentacles are grabbing at like the glass steel cockpit down into the actual like cabin of the Dragonfly. It's like he's trying to burrow into the cockpit. Professor, you're up on 21. I escalated.
What to do?
I escalated.
I thought I knew. Okay. I think that Reg will look to Rhea and say, "Would you mind ducking briefly?"
Yeah, I duck. I'm still very, very tall, but I do duck very slightly.
And he will cast a chromatic orb past Doc at the pack leader.
Got it.
At second level, and he will use the clockwork amulet in order to guarantee an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
Ignoring the disadvantage from being
Melee range.
near things. Chromatic orb, second level. Let's just see what it would have been. And the higher cast. Oh, terrible higher cast. But that is a 22 points of. I've seen it do acid. I think default will. I had no reason to believe the fire was less impactful.
Fire seemed to be killing him, yeah.
Okay, fire damage. 22 points of fire damage on the pack leader.
Got it. It's like badly scorched as you blast it. It looks a bit worse for wear. Clearly, this thing much tougher than the counterparts here. Professor, that was your action.
Yes. Bonus action. Nicholas! It's fine. Yeah, and I don't think there's anywhere that I can reasonably move without inviting an opportunity attack, so I will not for the moment.
Okay. On 20, I think you hear from underneath you, like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And and Nicholas just pulls himself up on the thing with the psychic plate, and he's just gonna try to stab this guy twice.
Shanks him.
This first one that's right here next to Rhea. Oh, you suck.
My goodness.
Come on, Nick. Oh, come on, buddy. He's just he's stabbing with the thing. And then I think that's his action. That's his hasted action. He's gonna disengage. He drops his down and rolls away everywhere. That is Nicholas Name's turn. Unfortunately, I think right afterwards you hear the voice from under there I've got my crossbow. If you guys want a hand up there, I can try to give him a shot. As Ben pokes his little head up. Come on, buddy. I know you could do this. I know it. Oops.
Oh no. He's got a little character sheet.
Does, a little
Sure
character.
does. He sure.
It's not even like an NPC sheet either. This is like you made him a full
Oh,
sheet.
yeah, he's got a big,
Oh, I'm not
he's got a
seeing
big
this.
rogue
I'm not
sheet.
looking
It's
at the
on
stream.
It's on the stream. I had to give him a little
Yeah.
crossbow.
It's very small. I can't see any of the detail. I can just see that it's a sheet.
Bam!
Yeah.
Tunk. I think he's like still below. He just shoots up from down there. He's not poking his head up. So he's going to do 5 points of piercing damage to this one next to Urea as he like shoots it with a crossbow and then like steps back, his back up against the wall over here. The Hive Lord goes. It proceeds to like come like racing across the deck of the ship over to here at poor old Lux.
Hey, I'm not old anymore.
Yeah, true. True. 16, does that hit you?
Nope.
Oh, too fast. The bow like swings up, slapping one claw out of the way as you just dodge the other one. Tunk, the claw like digging into the thing. Rhea, you're up on 12.
Let's attack with the trident at the one to my right.
Oh,
Gosh. 10, 15. We'll come over here. Chompers, come on. You've been doing a lot of work for me today. And every day of my
keep
life.
it up, buddy. Keep it up. That,
20.
of course,
Yes.
hits.
It's
Yes.
like that he's the clockwork. Let's be clear.
Honestly, as a monk can relate, right? Main attack fails, bonus action
Yeah,
hits.
true.
Chomper just comes floating up next to you, Reggie, and like grabs this Kruthik, pulling it down off the side of the ship, dropping
Chucks
it
him,
to the ground.
Like chucks him
yeah.
back.
I like to imagine he just like emerges slowly
Yeah.
and then
He
just
always moves so.
drags it down to
It's
hell.
It's a very slow 20 feet of movement every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to try to get through again
Okay.
to try and give Reg some flanking if you'd like.
Okay.
So I'm going to try athletics.
I doubt he's gonna have it.
This one appears to have quite wide.
No.
feet.
It's like, and like legs everywhere.
Just keep like trying to like
This is the
juke it out, and it's
Shakira
just
of
like standing
aliens.
and just like yeah. Yeah.
Rhea,
Did
that's
you just
your
jump
turn.
over the cargo?
Doc, you're up.
You do have. Do you have a ring of
I
something? You
could, but I
don't.
think I'm gonna need like the way it's positioned. I would have to like get out of his range, so he'd get an attack, and then I'd hop across. So it
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
pointless.
I could go like around the thing to get to the big guy,
Oh,
right? The
sure.
hive-
Yeah, you can come up.
hive
All
dude?
these guys are dead on the deck, so you can
Like-
easily like come up and give it one of those if you want.
Yeah. I would like to hit him with my
You
axe.
come racing up, all of you, like kind of standing at the edges of the cargo base downstairs. 18 hits.
15 slashing
yeah.
damage.
Oh, yeah. Doc. Chop! It looks badly hurt now. It is still up, but like it's bleeding this like green ichor all over the place.
I'm gonna hit it again. 27
hits.
She asks.
For 9 slashing damage.
Bringing it to a total of 102 damage. It drops at 0 hit points. Wait, I lied. That's only 92 damage. I'm sorry. I can't do math. It's too late in the night. It's still up. It's got 10 hit points left. I'm the worst.
Oh,
We lured you into knowing exactly how much
Yeah.
HP it is.
Yeah,
Got you.
I tricked you.
Yeah.
Damn it. Clever player.
that's gonna be it. I'm gonna make Waffle take out his little torch and try to fix himself as his action.
yeah.
So he gets 23 hit points back.
Waffle is a boss. You don't even need to fix the
Yeah.
Dragonfly anymore.
Wow.
Just put him to work. Yeah, 23
Waffle
points of
fixes
damage
me.
back for little Waffle.
Great.
Nice.
And he is gonna move then over here so that he can, impose some disadvantage if they try to attack again.
Oh, nice. You moved him over here. Okay, so first the Bane one is going to go for you, Reginald. It's at advantage, but with Bane. 16-12, is that a miss? Yeah, it's a miss.
Excuse me, no.
1 for Rhea with advantage.
And this one will be the
imposing
disadvantage from the deflect
disadvantage. That's
attack.
going to be a 15, Rhea. That misses, right?
It's a disadvantage because is it just a regular roll then? Because it has pack tactics.
Technically.
So 24 will hit.
Yes. We love rules. Yeah, Waffle's like,
I do.
trying to like slow it down, but this thing's not having it. It manages to like get a stab in on you. 6 points of piercing damage, Rhea. That's all the young crew
Gonna make a
thinks.
con save for that one Bane, and it's drops. That one's not baned.
Buzzkill, which will bring us to Lux. You're up.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Lux will drop her. Well, just switch back to the hand axes. Try and hit this thing that's right in front of her now.
Okay, you cast like the bow down behind you onto the deck.
Very gentle toss. And gosh, yeah, I think she'll use her hunter's mark. Yeah, actually, no, let's wait to do that. First hand axes.
Okay.
16?
Hits. No, I lied. This is the Hive Lord. It's higher.
Yeah.
Miss.
Yeah,
The axe
that,
like deflects off its shell.
Oh, and it's not even a 16 because it's not archery. So it's 14 anyway. And that's 16. Great. Love it.
Both axe blows like glance off of it.
I think Lux, like screaming, trying to hit this thing, looks past it to this horrifying creature at the front of the ship, and will use her bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it. What the hell? Bink. Hunter's Mark.
Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus action. That's your turn. This thing goes like having no luck getting down through there. It's going to start coming forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it just comes right up to here as it's like looming down on the high deck looking down at you guys. I think, yeah, it's going to go for Doc.
Also, question, is it like, what would it take for Lux to like just pull the hatch door up? Would that be like bonus action or something? Or like
No, I mean, I would give it to you. I'd let you, like, you dropped your bow this round and pulled your axes. That was your object interaction. Like, I could let you get one of each side. You know what I mean? Like, each side of the doors. You could do one side as, like, your free object interaction. To do both would be your full action. This thing comes shuffling forward, and yeah, it like reaches out both claws and tries to just grab you from behind, Doc. Oops, I have it on whisper, unfortunately. 17 and 21.
Give me a second.
Sure, you take your time.
I was just gonna double check. Shield is +5,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna stop the 17, but the 21 is still gonna.
Okay, you're like, your shield like projects up out of your arm, right? This like metal, like, and this.
Because, so I attacked two-handed last time, so my shield of force, I was thinking like I don't have up, and then I don't know if I can like shield on top of shield, right?
Oh, you can shield on
I've got
top
my,
of
like-
shield.
You can.
You just don't have it up.
I just don't have it up though, yeah.
This
Because I thought this one was gonna die. I was very focused on the little
is
guy.
pretty close.
is the shield of force? I thought that was just like on your arm, right? So you didn't. Was that? I don't know.
I honestly, this shield confuses me to no end, and I have.
Okay.
Cause I feel like I remember.
It's Filiberto's
very
shield.
confused.
What's confusing about it in the least?
Yeah. Why? How? What's so confusing when I give you shields that you just like can turn on and off at a whim? No, we will revisit the shield. I think that Doc, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. It's holding you in its claws.
God, I can do
In the
math, right?
future, I think that the way that the shield works is it's like a free thing to be able to like turn it on or off. So I think like you can like hit with two-handed, and at the end of your turn,
And then at the end
free
of my turn,
free
Take one
interaction,
hand off, yeah.
turn on your shield. It does mean, and then the next turn you could like turn it off and then attack two-handed again, or keep your shield up and attack one-handed.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Next time.
That was it.
I did try to understand this ahead of time, and
I
I just it was one of those things. My brain was like, no.
It's all good. Sometimes I'm like overwrought with my design. I get a little too cute. Professor, you're up on 21.
Speaking of too cute, I think that
Nailed it.
I think that the professor is seeing Doc. I think he's now very aware of this creature, and seeing Doc, I think, and Lux yelling, he'll say, "Kill it!" As he casts magic missile on the chitinous leader, the pack leader.
Oh, nice. Okay.
In order to hopefully finish it off. So that's 3 magic missiles.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
11
that'll do
points of force.
As
damage.
aforementioned, he only had 10 hit points left, at which like the 3 bolts darting out of Reggie's gray fingers streak around Lux, like hammering into it, and it's like falling back onto the deck. The other 2 screaming horribly as the leader dies. Reggie, that's your action.
Yes, and I will say it appears that they come out of his bow tie
right.
only because he adjusts
Right,
it, so
right.
it's a flourish
I love
out of his fingers as well. Okay, bonus action nothing. Action done. Movement. Yeah, he's going to try and barrel through this defensive specialist here.
Defensive
Excuse me, I have wished to pass for some time.
Go for it. He
Oh,
finally
yeah.
gave up
There
some
it
ground.
is.
He finally gave up some ground. You can push past to the other side.
How did
Yeah,
you do
but the
that?
great part of it is that it does invite an attack of opportunity from the one below.
The one at the bottom.
Sure does. Yeah.
Yes.
With advantage, because pack tactics. 12 misses.
Excuse me. That's my turn.
As you storm past, you hear down from like below, like, "Don't worry, Professor, I've got him." As old Ben.
Ben, close those damn doors.
I can't close those doors. I'm really small. 15. I think like the bolt like ching deflects off it, and you hear like, "Get out of my way, Ben. I've got this." As I'm like the badman like jumps up like, "I've got you, Professor. I'm so fast." He's gonna psychic blade this one here next to Rhea.
Excuse me, kobolds don't have pack tactics.
Kobolds do have pack tactics, actually, as a matter of point.
Yep, they do.
Kobolds do have pack tactics. Very well played, Grace. I'm giving it to you. For 5 points of damage, this one drops.
Yes.
Ben's just like, "Thanks for reminding me about that. It's been a long time since I've had to be a combat."
I'm in your pack. We're in a pack.
We're all in a
This is the best
pack.
pack I've ever been in. Meanwhile, Badman like comes like,
Now is not the time to discuss packing. We're being
"All
attacked.
right, settle down, Professor. We're having a moment." As like Badman jumps up here, stabs this thing in the head with its psychic blades, like shoving it off the ship. Like,
Yes.
I don't
Whoa.
know. Really.
Like,
That's what happens in
back to
space.
the face.
Yeah.
Spaghettification of it, right?
I think he
Oh,
throws his
It's a
psychic
turn.
blade
It's an
at
action.
the big guy. Like, I was made for this. I have no idea how the lot of you made it so long without taking me on these missions.
I have no idea.
He jumps
Good to
back
have
at
you
it.
back, Nicholas. You sound different, but you fight better.
Shade.
It's the Badman's turn. The Hive Lord is dead. Rhea, you're up on 12.
Can I get there? Can I get to you might be able to see where I'm like am I able to get there? It's like I'm running over things that are open.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crowded. But yeah, go for it. Yes, Ray. You're very tall. You shove the professor up into the railing. You're stepping over dead Kruthix, you know.
Yeah, let's inflict wounds at second level. Just reach out.
Oh yeah.
Touch.
Oh, here we
Come
go.
on, please.
my
Gotta work.
goodness.
No!
That's a miss.
No.
That's a miss, unfortunately, Rhea.
Is it? That's an attack with an advantage.
Why?
No, I'm not
I don't
flanking.
know.
I can't.
Just
I
why?
can't. I can't
Just
get
to
there.
argue for
I
it.
cannot sorry.
Sorry.
The chompers.
No, choppers can only move 20 feet, but we can get pretty close. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's the bonus action. That's my movement. That's my action.
Doc, you are up. You're grappled. You can try to escape.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna attack him anyway. 24.
Hits.
Right.
You wheel around, cleaving into him for 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
They're max.
Yeah. I will do it again.
Jitting like
Being
cracks.
grappled in D&D is like, it's like, wow, just keep attacking. It's like so silly.
I always imagine someone holding you down by your head. Your like arms are still
always
free.
figured
No,
like
I feel
your
like it's
feet,
like
right?
you're like right around your waist, so you can still like
Yeah.
swing and attack.
That's what it is this
I
time.
was-
I think it's like hold.
Rock'em, sock'em, jock'em, robot.
Second attack's a miss, but the first one hits for 16, Doc.
Great. And just oh yeah, my buddy is gonna fly over and hit it.
That's
At
Viking.
advantage?
Yeah, that is Viking.
Yeah. Cool.
23 hits. Oh no, wait, that was your roll.
Sorry.
22 totally hits.
Great. For 9 force damage.
Nice. That's Doc's turn. That's Doc's action, bonus action. She's grappled. Lux, you're up.
Yeah, Lux, just in this ever rotating situation, will lean down to grab her bow.
Dropping her axes. Yeah.
Lux is just like swapping weapons every single time. Like, oh no, and I
Quick
no,
change,
no, I need
quick
this. No,
change.
Yeah. Will Hunters? I already Hunters marked it.
Remarkable
because I'm
God,
strength
at the end of
intelligent.
your turn, you should have put your shield.
Yeah,
my God.
It's fine.
You should do, yeah.
Sorry, I had to reopen my character sheet because Roll20 is being dumb. Okay, and yeah, Lux will fire at this thing with Planar Warrior. 21.
Hits.
Bingo. Bango. Bongo. Oh my gosh. That's disgusting.
It's still 12 points of damage. Nice. You put an
Yeah,
arrow
but,
into it, Lux.
I mean,
That's
come
first
on, it could be way
attack.
better
Could have
than
been better, but that's first attack. Miss. Twoosh. The second bolt deflecting up off the thing's head, Lux. That's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Doc, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The tentacles, it's like bringing you back, and the tentacles like start reaching for your head. 10, you fail. You are poisoned for 1 minute. Until the poison ends, the target is paralyzed. Yeah.
What?
I think I know the answer to this question, but I will ask anyway. This is not a magical effect, correct?
Poison.
Or a spell. Okay.
Straight poison.
Straight poison. Well, then shall have no effect
Interesting.
upon
I
me.
knew I should have prepped protection from
Learned something new.
poison.
I
There's
thought
something
about
about
an edge.
I
Oh.
thought about doing it as a joke for Sharp Jumper, but I really should have done it for me. Anyway. I didn't, so I don't have
And
it.
I think it then proceeds to attack Rhea. 17.
Just misses.
Oh, nice. it like was like, does it try to kill Doc? But I think it just wants to get both of you and run off. That's its turn. Professor, you're up.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, Doc is in a pincher
Mm-hmm.
and has now been poisoned.
Yeah, you see like the tentacles like stabbing into the back of her neck, and her body is like gone rigid. She's paralyzed, right? Her whole body is like,
Oh, we don't like the neck
I
stabbing.
hate that. Ew.
sorry. I thought that was like a
Um,
safe stabbing place. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore, but it's like lost all context of reality. I don't even.
Internally going through all the body.
Yeah, I
parts.
did. I was just like the
Stabbing.
face.
It's
You
like
know what
a
it goes for the
shoulder. Can we
face,
say
the
the
eye, the
shoulder?
throat. Yeah, the shoulder. The shoulder is good.
Yeah, great,
Okay,
great.
in the shoulder.
Great, thank
I
you.
always do everything in the shoulder because it's so innocuous, you know.
Did you? Okay, this is how Rich lets me know that he doesn't listen to YA, because my entire problem with Cabin in the Woods is that one scene where this guy gets stabbed through the neck, and it was the whole reason why I like never went on a second date with the person I watched that
Oh
movie
my
with.
gosh, amazing. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend that I don't watch YA. I was like religious with the Mighty Ducks, but I'm behind on YA. You guys put a lot of podcasts out.
I know, it's fine. I don't listen to everything that everyone else does anyway.
And if you'd like to know what those are, we'll promote
Stick
them
around
at the
till
end of the
the
show.
end of the
Stick around
show.
and find out.
You too cannot listen to that. Create.
Oh gosh. In the shoulder. Doc's
Sorry,
been
but-
stabbed.
Clarify, am I poisoned and paralyzed?
Yes.
Or the poison has instilled the paralyzed
The poison
condition?
has instilled the paralyzed condition. While poisoned, you will remain paralyzed.
Great.
It is now still my turn. Bonus action. What? Oh, yes. I was like, bonus action, activate the ring of jumping. Run forward, jump 30 feet into the air, and land on the other side of the lobster creature, but actually on the dragonfly. Thank you. There. And why I did that, I really don't know. Actually, it will be there. And I think he will briefly look at the ballista.
I mean, it's right there.
I am right beside. I just go no,
No.
no,
On the other ship.
no. You're gonna hit me in the back.
Okay. And I would say how about we say while I'm in the air, I will fire off a chromatic orb of fire damage at the creature that has Doc. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that would help Doc in this moment. I do not. So while I'm approaching there, but still at range, I will fire a chromatic orb. First level. Submit. Go.
14. It's a miss, unfortunately, Professor. You like go to fire the chromatic orb. It's like reaching for the pincher that's just like deflected off Rhea's trident, like grabbing at you. You like stumble, bumping into the ballista a little bit. No dice.
Okay. I see plenty on my screen, but still. And I think he will like free object interaction. Boop the snoot. He's gonna try and just like get its attention.
Yeah. You boop the snoot and the tentacles are like. It seems really intrigued now. Professor, that was your turn. On 20, Nicholas goes, all right, I'm getting into this now. He like pops up out of this thing over here. He's gonna throw 2 psychic blades while he's all stealthed up. Here's 1, here's 2 with this hasted action. Oh yeah, all
there
this
we
stuff
go.
hits. Sneak attack damage because he's within 5 feet. Nice. That's 17, 21 points of damage. And then he throws his offhand attack as a bonus action because he doesn't need to disengage. 20 hits. Oh, man. Josh does so much damage. 25 points of psychic damage from Nicholas' name as he's just like, yeah, I'm the best one on this team. Yeah. What's the matter with Doc? He jumps back down, vanishing away. As like I think Ben comes like floating up out of the back.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, what's going on back here? Oh no, Doc! With pack tactics, 20! Yes, old Ben comes alive. That's 2 natural 20s in a row for old Ben for 6 points of piercing damage.
Amazing.
Into this thing's face. Like, it's like I'm young again. He's just like flying up here in the back of the ship. Rhea, you're up on 12.
I would know that like just regular healing is not going to be enough for Doc, right?
Make a medicine check. This will be a passive thing. Let's just see like what your assessment is real quick. Yeah, easily. You're like, no, like that thing just poisoned her, or did something to her. It's like some horrible space insect. She's not just like unconscious from battering.
We'll use lesser restoration. Not poisoned any longer.
With a prayer to Clancy. You have to touch Doc, so you do manage to move around. You grab a hold of her.
Yep.
Doc, your eyes open. Blinking. Rhea saved you. You're up.
I'm up. Okay.
So my turn, right?
Oh yeah.
Chomper's gonna come up. Bonus action. 23
Unstoppable.
Little guy
for
does
13
work.
force damage.
I mean, praise Clancy, right? I mean, come on. At this point, if you're not a convert, what are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Clancy.
Can I set myself
Do you think
up?
Clancy and Zorquan like hang out?
I mean,
Do they like
just
do
thinking.
lunch?
Yeah.
probably.
I think
sure.
Zorquan's
Yeah.
like, bro, don't move in on my dragon turtles. It does not work like this. You've got a whole.
All right.
Zorquan has like a light Jersey accent to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, bro. Praise Zorquan.
All right, that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to rush you. Doc, you're up on 10.
Oh, that's good.
So what do I have to roll to get out of this grapple?
You would have to use your
strength?
action to make a, like strength, opposed strength check with it, or just a straight strength check, DC 14.
Right. Okay.
Dex.
Let's try it.
Okay.
17.
Make it. You're out.
Go.
Great. That is my action, right? So, bonus action. Waffle's gonna attack.
Flanking with advantage.
Yeah. 14.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Waffle, bang, like bounces off the top of the back of the thing's head. You've like pulled yourself out of its claws, like dropping your feet back down to the ground, like smashing at it with the axe. Doc, that was your action. Bonus action. Is that it?
I think now that I am free, Doc and I are just going to do some rotating to offer like some additional advantages.
Did you just say
here,
Doc and I
think.
as the you're actually Waffle all along?
As if I am actually Waffle.
Is that really what's
I don't
happening?
know.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
That's the secret. Doc is the companion, and Waffle's the PC.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to stand on the square to the left of where I just was. I don't know how.
Yeah, this is fine. This is all
Okay.
fine. Lux, you're up.
It's blowing my brain because like the dragonfly grids are not
I
quite.
know.
Yeah,
It's a
it's really
lot
Yeah.
of grid action happening here. Yeah, Lux, you're up.
Yes, Lux is going to, having seen Rhea take care of Doc, and now that she's okay, will just fire her arrows again at this thing. With Planar Warrior.
That was a terrible,
19.
terrible miss, and your bow breaks completely in half, so you can't make the... I'm just kidding. The 19 lands. Roll damage. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fumble.
Do me
Philly.
like that.
So mean.
That was the exact same roll. Was that the exact same
Was
roll?
the exact
It
same
was.
roll. Yeah,
Eight,
it's
3, and
12
1.
points
Yeah.
down. Fortunately,
Oh.
Taylor, when you do enough 12s, eventually things die. So what does it look like as you like execute this great beast of the space
Oh my
void?
goodness.
Oh.
I think it's just a clean shot right into those tentacles, and it just goes out the back of its head.
Oh,
It just slumps down on the like deck of the ship.
you're muted. You're still
Oops.
muted after you sneezed. Just so you know.
It like slumps down on the deck of the ship, like tumbling forward. Doc, you gotta like backstep a little bit, waffle flying up out of the way as it kind of like
Yeah.
slides down the stairs ever so slightly.
If Rand knew what this was in this moment, she'd go chul, 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 chul. But she doesn't say that because she doesn't know what it is.
Chul, chul, chul.
No.
And I think old man Ben is just like, by the twin moons of Cerulean, that was unbelievable. Where'd these things come from?
Ben.
Yeah.
We need to like get you some armor or something.
That sounds like
Yeah,
a
but that was
great
such good
idea.
shooting.
That was amazing shooting. I can't fault you for that. From yeah.
I was
Yep,
thinking
you did a
maybe I
great
should
job.
start taking war trophies. You think I should scalp these things or what?
Oh, let's. We should
no.
see if there's anything
I
to
also think you
harvest.
should, get them for the plant.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
idea. That
The blood and
plant's
the gore.
bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Hold on, everyone. You're about to see something you perhaps have not seen before.
I'm
And
excited.
I think just briefly, Reginald will look at the bad man when he comes in view, racing around, and then drop haste.
yeah.
And Badman's just gonna stand
Yeah, he's just
still
like,
for a solid 6 seconds for maybe the first time in for.
Oh no.
This
Yeah,
is horrible.
been there, buddy.
This is like that time I
Yeah.
had raisins instead of grapes.
Yeah, right.
Why would you
But I
talk
bet you
about
thought they
raisins
were
in
like
such a
chocolate chips.
derogatory way?
I
Yeah.
did think they were chocolate chips. What kind of a friend would do that kind of thing?
Yeah. Well-
Not any real friend.
In
No.
case there's more, should we get the heck out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this was the best place to stop these.
I mean, I guess I'm
Yeah.
glad it didn't happen in the middle of the night.
Do we think these all came from the portal?
I assume they just live on this asteroid, but
Oh,
I could
okay.
be wrong.
Excuse me, who has the sending stone? Has anyone
Oh,
checked in with
Doc.
Yana yet?
Doc. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you just check in with them, and maybe maybe we should get them to fly the ship, like tail us, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go fly to a different asteroid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
We could
that
just be in the
plan
middle
was
of
meant to
space.
fly.
Yeah, we can
right?
just
So you
cover,
hit
right?
Yana with the sending stone?
Yes.
I think you just hear back like, little busy. A lot of bugs over here. It's like you look over and like
Oh,
they're
no.
like fighting bugs on the deck of the ship, and you're like, we've just about got it taken care of. That big fellow Cade though, he's very eager to fly off. We're not letting him fly the ship.
No,
Yeah, we can follow
Good.
you.
you get Jake to fly the ship. He's over. He
Jake,
should be over there.
Hurry up. Yes,
Yeah.
this might take just a moment, but we'll be right behind you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I think that yep. What were you gonna say, Troy?
I think Reginald would like go bound over toward the ship in order to ensure that, like, I don't know. I
Is that
unless
you guys gonna
unless
let him
Yana
go?
waves them.
Like, how urgent is this? Is my
No,
question
come on,
to you
there's more-
guys, You know.
Pretty urgent, I think. I think we gotta get up and go.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly the Dragonfly.
Yeah.
So
You
you
do
know, keep up.
understand this means that
What-
Yana and Jake are on the other ship,
Yeah.
alone with Cade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were alone with them.
All
We came
night.
back here. That was the plan,
Yeah.
right?
Mm. Yes. Okay.
So
fine.
I think
go.
that with that,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Okay.
guys like race to the cockpit, Lux leaps into the helm, the Spelljammer helm, and we see the wings of the Dragonfly extend. They begin their slow flutter, increasing in speed as it lifts off. The rover, like, slowly, the flames kind of like jutting out of the back, rising up, off, both in tandem. And I think as the pair of you begin like lifting away and you get a look, you see from like the underside of the asteroids like more of these like Kruthic bugs like coming out of this kind of like crevasse of this massive blasted piece of stone hurtling through space, and think to yourself, well, it was quite fortunate that they conveniently showed up 9 hours after we parked rather than 7. I rolled. And with that, I think that is where we will leave our adventurers tonight.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Rich, don't even ask. It was great. It was fun.
Awesome. Awesome. I won't say anything.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Was very
Bugs. Yeah, bugs. I don't know, Melissa. It's really like
Creepy
not a
bugs.
thing I expected when we started. But then every week I'm like, well, they're still in like the middle of friggin' space, you know? What the hell is around here? Bugs.
Space bugs. Yep.
Yeah.
Space
I don't
bugs.
mind the bugs. It was mostly a joke that we named our show Dragonfly,
I know.
and like
I would
There's a
just
lot
keep
of bugs.
fighting.
there's a lot of bugs.
I thought the art,
The next thing was legitimately me being like, no, I need something. I need it to be somewhere else.
the art for the, what are these called?
Kruthics?
Kruthics. They're so cool.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, very icky.
Kruthics are creepy, and Chewels, we've all like dealt with Chewels at home in the home game to one extent or another.
Estrin was very, very close to dying at the hands of a jewel. So yeah.
Chewels suck. Nothing like, overwhelmingly challenging. Certainly no like high level teleporting wizard, but also like, yeah, a lot of them, and they're a pain in the ass. That's how those things roll.
yeah, a lot of little
Yeah.
things is a lot. I did
Yeah.
think at one point, I think it was Grace was like, oh yeah, like you just, if you're grappled, you just keep swinging. And there was a part of me that
And
was
then you
like,
got
or
poisoned.
an effect is about to happen because I haven't got out of this grapple. And I was like, oh, whatever,
I
I'll
know.
keep attacking it anyway. And of course it did.
Mm-hmm.
I got cocky with my saving throws.
Oh, I don't know what that's like at all, Melissa. And so, yeah, with that, this was really fun. We will be back again. I'm glad that I didn't accidentally kill the badman.
That's
What are you going to do? These things happen, you know? What's going on with you guys out there in the wide, wide world? Melissa, how about your podcast that I don't listen to? Why don't you tell other people about it so they can listen to
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
So I podcast over on the Post Show Recaps Patreon. So patreon.com/Post Show Recaps. Check it out if you're not at that $5 level to get those podcasts. So we do YA with me and Kevin, and we look at young adult franchises. So we've done Hunger Games, we've done Twilight. This month, for the month of October, is YA. And so we did Detention, which is kind of a cult classic. It was actually really good. I really liked it. It was a very like funny but also like horror movie. We did Goosebumps with Jack Black, which I thought was
Nice.
kind of boring, but Kevin really loves it, so that was great. And then we did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which
Ooh.
was horrifying, and I was not happy about that. And then this week coming out is, you heard it here first with the great Ryan from PSR Patreon. We're talking Halloween
Oh,
Town.
nice. You got it, huh?
Yes,
Nice.
I just rewatched it. Ugh.
Yeah, so I watched it for the first time. I hadn't seen it before. And yeah, so we recorded that this week, so that should drop later this week. Otherwise, check me out here on Tuesdays and also this Friday for Humble Year episode 2, which is very exciting.
It's very, very exciting. I have listened to some YAs. I got into some of the Hunger Games stuff. I have not been listening to but Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark were like one of those torture books that I read as a kid that like, I don't know
Yeah,
why. I
right.
got every
Yep.
new one. I would read them alone in my
Mhm.
bedroom at night and be horrified. And
Yeah.
even just the name
Yep.
right there, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And despite how little I enjoyed watching it, I did think that it prompted some really interesting conversation about like stories cross-culturally and the role of horror kind of superseding culture. And so the fact that like a lot of these stories are based based on
Oh, yeah.
folklore and old wartime songs and indigenous tradition. And anyway, I thought it was kind of a neat convo while talking about a movie that I really hated watching. So hopefully,
Richard, those books send a chill down your spine. Oh no,
Yeah.
that was Melissa.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Ooh. I will say Marnie, my absolute 13-year-old idol.
Yeah, I could see that.
I know how to make decisions for myself, Mom.
Yeah, I am old enough to make decisions. And
I'm 13. I know what I'm doing.
I'm not 13. I don't know who Marnie is. Who's Marnie? Who should I know who Marnie?
Halloween Town.
Yeah, I've
Halloween
definitely
Town,
never
yeah.
watched
Also,
Halloween Town, and I don't get it. Like, Melissa just said she never watched it until this assignment. Is it like
So good.
affiliated?
it's because
I
we're
know
old,
it is.
Rich.
It's very
Because we're old. I checked the entire
Yeah.
list of Disney Channel original movies. I had not seen one.
Good.
Yeah,
Because they
I don't
all
think I've seen
came
a
out.
single one. Like I had to ask.
Yeah, it's
I
very
think it's also a Canadian thing a bit to not like.
Yeah.
I think to not have watched them because I guess we had Disney Channel, but it's not like super
Like,
common to
I
have
remember
it in
the,
Canada.
like,
I think.
Friday night movie on the Disney Channel, but I don't remember like the Disney original movies.
But even that, I feel like that was like ABC
I remember
that like
that.
have like
It-
Disney
it-
Channel
yeah.
stuff.
yeah, maybe.
So I don't know.
But Taylor, Gilmore Girls shout out because the actor that plays young Christopher Hayden is in Halloween Town. And the moment I saw him, I was like, I know who. I don't know, like other than Debbie Reynolds, obviously. I was like, I don't know who anyone else in the movie is, but I know this random kid.
Well, hilarious. Taylor, other than beloving, like recounting fond memories of Halloween Town, what are you doing out there in the world?
Oh gosh, really nothing. I mean, playing lots of D&D and poster
Yeah,
recaps. Which
That's true.
Obviously, you should do. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend at Savant Celestial, who does amazing Critical Role cosplays. She's on TikTok. She's on Twitter. Go give her a follow. She's just like absolutely amazing. She's trying to tackle the new Taliesin cosplay. That's like her thing. She's done all of the rest of his characters. So go check her out and follow her. She's
Excellent.
wonderful.
You go find Taylor on Twitter to get that at Rania422. Grace, how about you?
Doing some stuff over on post-show recaps, mostly movie coverage on the main feed. We released No Time to Die. Last week we've got some Dune coverage with this. I don't know. We have this special guest. It should be, yeah, it's Philly. Philly's going to come on and talk about Dune. That podcast should release later this week. Yeah, and then we'll talk about French Dispatch, The Last Duel, and Halloween Kills at the end of the month. So lots of movie coverage coming. Also covering Succession season 3. That podcast comes out on Mondays, the day after the new episode drops. It's been really fun so far with Josh and Jess. It's been really good. On Fridays on twitch.tv/Haley Strong, I record. We stream about the previous episode of Taskmaster that just came out, so check that out. And also this past weekend, I played in a charity Big Brother online reality game. I think the replay is like up on YouTube. Spoiler alert: if you want to watch me play, you don't have to watch that long.
I tuned in. I tuned in. I got so mad, Grace.
There's something about this cast. I don't know.
Yeah, Troy, we maybe have something in common. But I think they're still taking. They're still taking donations. So we raised over $1,500 that day for Maggie Morgan's friend, who's unfortunately diagnosed with cancer. But they're still taking donations. So, but it was a really fun game. I'll say one of the Rehab people absolutely dominated that game. It was very fun to watch. So if it's like something that you're interested in, I think the replay will be up on YouTube, and they might condense it at some point. So check that out. Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Hi From Grace for anything else.
Nice, cool. Troy's always got like fun stuff to say. So I'm wondering, Troy, what do you have to say this week?
Oh goodness, what do I have to say?
You gonna talk more?
That I
You
haven't
gonna talk
already
more crap
said?
about mushrooms? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. I don't. Look, I'm a fun guy. I don't do those things. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I lack any morals. It's not. It's fine. No, I'm gonna stop making shiitake jokes. All right. It's really bad. Okay, let's just kill it. Let's kill it. I have nothing to promote. Good night, everybody. No, I'll just say new campaign of Critical Role. Episode 1 launched last week on Thursday. It's really, really fun. I highly encourage everyone to watch along. and a whole bunch of us are watching along, and yeah, it's good times. There's a reason that they are as successful as they've been in the live play TTRPG space, and it's because the production, the story, the characters, the players. It's a good time. I had a great time. So definitely check that out if you're looking for something. By this point, you already know. So whatever. Be nice to each other and be nice to Rich and give him the subs and all the things that he needs.
Thank you, all of you who stopped in, especially early on. We had mad hype in the chat. Thank you guys for all the subs and the follows and all that good stuff. Friday night, Humblewood, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the correct time. I'm sure of it. It's at a bunch of other times at other times in the world.
And a bunch of other relevant times.
That I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're really psyched. Episode 2 of Humblewood. I think we're going to have a really good time there. This has been a blast. Yeah, you could catch me doing podcasts and stuff like that over at Post Show Recaps too. I'm really excited about doing Grace. We were talking before we started tonight, and I watched it, and I'm sitting here with my book, making annotations and taking notes of oh God, we need to get into this. We need to talk about Gom Jabbar, the pussy. Oh, we need.
I mean, I think if you're into D&D fantasy stuff, I mean, I think Dune is this very, it's a specific type of sci-fi type thing, but it's really fun. It has all this lore stuff. I think it was really good.
No,
it'd be fun to chat about
spoilers, but Grace, you tell me, am I crazy or am I not? That the Thropters are exactly dragonfly ships. They're dragonflies.
Yeah.
The ships that they're flying around in the whole thing, they're dragonfly shaped with the wings. Very cool. That's it.
They
absolutely
are.
You're safe. Yeah. You're safe. Troy's scared. He's I'm not plugging back in.
I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'm very
just that there's a vehicle that looks like a dragonfly. That's all I'm saying. You'll dig it.
Yeah. I see. It's Dune is one of those things that I kept I've heard about for years and years and years. Never read the book.
Well, you have defensive Dune energy because people keep saying to you it's as good as Lord of the Rings, right? And so you're yeah.
Well, no. It wasn't people. It was during Survivor, and I saw a commercial, and it was look, the next Lord
I got
of the
good
Rings,
news
Star
for
Wars.
you.
And I was
have really good news for you, by the way. It is it's light years better than any Star Wars movie that's come out in the last 10 years. Okay, bye, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you later. Bye.